Me realizing I'm muted.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh.
That's what happened.
I was sitting there like, oh no, did I lose
They've
sound
gotten to
right
Meg.
literally-
They've killed her off.
before?
They've destroyed her and taken her voice. It's the
Hello,
one
I'm
thing.
a xenomorph now.
It's the one thing in the Alien franchise you didn't remember was definitely a thing, though. Why don't you
Ripley
start
dies
over
at some point, right?
And, why don't you
Lady
start
Andrew
over
again.
and go for it, okay?
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to TPK Roleplay. We are back again for the finale of this campaign. So, I'm going to go ahead and let my folks here kick it off, starting with that top left, like always.
Okay. Hi, I'm Skelly V. I am playing Private First Class Dante for the last time tonight. The gun-toting, trigger-happy, what's-his-face. Oh my god, words. Al, take it away. I'm blanking.
Hey folks, it's Ella Biffa. This evening I will be playing presumably a mix of Gunnery Sergeant Mason, who's the kind of young buck of the group trying to make his way, do what he can, and old Charlie, everyone's favourite robo dude, and warrant officer, the medic guy that's trying to keep everyone alive and together under slightly stressful circumstances. So we'll see what shakes out. Otherwise I'll hand over to Proper.
Hi, I'm Proper Nerdy. I'm a TPK staff member. I'm a TPK
Going
staff
well.
member, and I make lots of pretty pictures and videos, including the one you just saw. I'm playing Captain Silva, and unfortunately and also hopefully the last time. And this team is gonna kick ass and take names, and we've already taken names, so. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
I'm fresh out of names, so all I gotta do is kick
And
ass.
I just finished my milk. That's a joke for about one person. Unfortunately, Nifra's not here. I don't know if you already said that, Meg, but she'll be joining us. They'll be joining us at some later times, so don't worry about them.
Yep. We will have a Niffer tonight. It's just some scheduling things are going on, but we will have them later. But with that, I am Meg Mysterian. I'm going to be your game mother for this evening. And, well, we might as well just get into it.
Just like the alien got into Private Dante.
Boom!
That sounds way more sexual than I meant it to be. It made sense up here, y'all.
It's okay.
Sorry,
We're all on the internet. We all know.
Much like
that's
Apollo,
right,
I'm rebooting.
Chris Perkins' face.
So with that, what's the story?
With that bombshell, take us away, Meg.
We're just going to keep on trucking. What is there left to say? Our Marines are alive, more or less. They were able to tear down the xenomorphs that stood between them and the reactor, really starting to feel the heat of the shit show burning around them, but nevertheless pulling through. The reactor is up and running, munitions have been restocked, and the majority of the crew returned to the Apollo mainframe, while Dante and Mason remained at the reactor to make sure the boot-up process goes smoothly. 4 hours is a long time, especially when you can hear these things crawling in the goddamn walls. But there's nothing else to do but wait and brace for what's coming. And with that, we are actually going to start down here towards the bottom. We're going to kick it off down here with Dante and Mason after the crew leaves down in the reactor pits.
Are we on the right page for that?
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah,
it's just at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
It's at the very bottom.
Right, okay.
There's a lot going on this map, I know.
Yeah, there we are. Okay, I was zoomed down the cluster of people. Yeah, there's me. Okay. I was like, why can't I click the other character that looked vaguely like my token.
They all look the
They
same.
all look the same. Half of them have logos over the front of them because they have radiation suits on.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Right.
Everything's fine. And that's how it is for you guys right now. Everything's fine. It's going smoothly.
Is it
So-
though? Is it?
I don't know, is it?
Is it?
I mean-
I'm just here to tell you when the aliens show up.
It finally
So-
comes out. That's all she's here for.
So did we basically
Okay.
do a time skip then? Like it's been the 4 hours, or are we still just sitting here?
We'll say that it's been maybe 20, 30 minutes since the cruise left.
Oh my god.
Shit's about to go down.
Oh no.
Cool. So Mason's still, I imagine, plugging away at things, trying to set this reactor up, get it to do exactly what he wants it to do. Just
Yeah.
flicking controls and referencing sort of a weird little notebook that he's got and punching in various digits and codes and login screens and whatnot.
Yep. You're plugging away at this thing, and for the most part, you've got it up and going. It can function for the most part, going through the whole boot up process without your interference from this point.
Sweet.
And Dante's just sitting on the floor, dissociating in pain. A mood.
Is that,
That's one way to live your life.
is that Dante or just all of us generally?
I was gonna say, listen, we don't have to get into that. Let's just say it's relatable.
After sort of 30, 40 minutes of being completely absorbed in this screen, Mason will finally turn around and kind of look at Dante just like, in a little ball of isolated pain on the ground. Just be like, Dante, you all right?
As all right as I can be right now. You're not gonna go shooting me anytime soon, are you?
What do you mean by that?
Or throwing flames at me?
Why would you assume that?
I don't know. You lit up a whole hallway of people last time, or just like not even an hour ago.
Did you see the things that came out of them? Did you see what they were becoming?
I mean, yeah, but you
And you think I should have just let them happen? Let that happen to them, let that happen to us? You saw what was at the end of the corridor, those things, those alien mutations, 3 of them, they nearly ripped us to pieces. I don't want them behind us as well, spawning out of our own crew.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, don't go lighting me up anytime soon. Because we gotta get to... Supposedly there's a cure. We'll see how that goes. But it's probably...
Do you think it's likely that what will happen to you is what was happening to them?
There's something going on right now.
Right now? How right now?
Not that right now.
And you'll see Mason's... It's time to take a few steps back. So, Dante, when you say right now, what do you mean right now?
Back pain, acid reflux. That's like burping up. Ouch.
How does Dante look? Like, are they sweaty and clammy and pale and doubled over, or are they like...
I mean,
Sunshine Rainbow Blood?
dude also got radiated pretty good. Like, he was trying to nuke himself, basically, to try to fix this. But
So, yeah, sweating a bit, looking a little bit disoriented. But they're cognizant. They're having a conversation with you, so.
How long do you think it's going to take us to get out of here?
Well, how much longer do you need to be sitting there poking at that computer?
I mean, it can pretty much run the startup process on itself now, but time to get this up and running, powering things, and whatever we need to do to get out of here. Could be hours yet, I imagine.
Do you think we can move, or should we just stay here and hang out for those few hours? How long do you think it'll take before we get the elevators going, at least?
Well, that relies on them upstairs, I think. We're just providing the power. I think probably our safest option is to stay by here until we get the okay to leave.
Do our
I
radio
mean, you can always radio into the captain if you want.
Yeah, your guys' comms are functional.
Okay. I wasn't sure if sitting in like radiation and like that, or the EMP from the aliens.
I was
and
gonna
stuff
say,
was still...
didn't most of our electronics go down after the big pulse?
Charlie fixed them while you guys were in the spaceship.
Oh, look at you, Charlie. Look at you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right. Well then, sorry. Dante's gonna reach for his radio and just radio in the captain and see what's going on their end.
Report, Dante.
Apparently, this computer's up and running, or up and running as much as it can be. The startup process is... This nerd says the startup process is basically going as smoothly as it can. It'll be a couple hours before it's fully functional, but anything up there?
Just waiting on power now. You don't sound so good, Dante. Mason, how is he holding?
I don't look so good, Captain.
Oh.
How irradiated is he?
I would say he's got it pretty bad.
He had a good nuking.
Will he make it back up here?
I can try my best, but if more of those things come,
I'll be fine.
I'll try my best.
I'll be fine.
I think you understand me. Over.
Understood, Captain.
Pardon? Oh, understood.
I'll ignore the irony that wasn't understood.
I was gonna say.
Well, whenever you're ready, sir, head back up. We want to keep our group together as much as we can. Nothing out there is going to interfere. You believe?
I think we'll be safe enough. We'll take this in our own hands.
Nothing is
We'll be
more
up as soon as we
important
can
than
be.
making sure the generator is back online.
That's the most important thing. And with that, Mason will turn back to the panel once more and just check everything over, make sure this thing is booting up properly, that it's doing exactly what he's instructed it to do. It's going to just give it a good once over, one last time.
Beeps are beeping and the boops are booping.
Mm-hmm. That's the plan.
Oh no, I can hear the monsters already. They're coming for you.
Run, bitch,
God,
run.
why?
Yeah, everything's plugging along and going fairly smoothly.
So do they head back up or do they hunker down?
That's up to you guys. Is there anything else that you guys want to do?
Is there much we can do down here?
Dante, I want to make sure that this room is as secure as possible in case we need to come back down here for any reason. Everything's set and ready to go so far, but that could change in an instant. You know what this place is like. One of those things gets in here and starts ripping this console apart. We've got no power. We're not leaving. You get me?
I get you.
Cool. Can you Can you just check that air duct that leads down to the munitions bay? I just want to make sure that everything is as sealed as possible. If there's anything you can drag in front of it, seal it up somehow, that'd be great. I'll get these main doors here into the main reactor.
Sure thing. And then he kind of struggles. I'm sure struggles a little bit to get up. But is there anything that we could actually make sure to have my pistol at the ready? But I'll head towards the air duct. And is there anything sus looking, or should I roll?
Nothing at the moment, as far as you can tell. Doesn't seem like anything's crawling out that way.
All right. Any
those things
debris?
fucking echo, so.
Yeah, they do. Anything like any kind of debris or anything kind of hanging out that looks like could be used to sort of just slide in front?
In the immediate area inside the air ducts, no. There's plenty of furniture within the maintenance pit. Some shelving units here, tables and chairs in this relay room over here.
Let's slide a shelf over in front of that, because that works for blocking werewolves, I guess. But
Did you go into the duct itself?
I did a little bit, on the map, and when I wanted to do my check.
So we're gonna back check for a minute. Please roll me an observation.
Oh, okay. Let's. Oop.
Okay, so this serves as a great reminder, because I forgot to do that at the beginning of this. A reminder for the cast and for our viewers: we are using a new mechanic when it comes to our panic and stress rolls. For the remainder of the finale, whenever somebody does fail on a stress die, we're going to roll an additional stress die.
Okay. That's just a base die. Oh, no, stress die.
Stress die, please.
One singular stress die.
Oh, I said one, but okay. Hang on. Let's try that one more time. One, for real this time, with feeling. Cool. Wait. No, it's the radiation that's bad for crosshairs. Okay.
We roll one stress die, and if we get a stress icon, then only
And
then
you roll.
only then is when we roll for on the stress table.
Yep.
Okay.
Because otherwise, it was constantly.
Yeah.
Stress and stress and stress.
It'll be so how it'll end up working is that if you roll the one on the stress die, you roll the panic table. If you get a blank, we'll consider it a failure with consequence. And then if you get the 6, you succeed and can go through with your action as if it didn't happen.
Okay. So this is good.
Give me just a second to look at the thing.
Oh, look at a thing.
When the GM looks at things, it's never good.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know why I sang that, but too late.
I mean, you're not wrong. Ooh.
okay, please roll me that d6.
Okay. It's a success.
It's a success.
Yep.
I don't know why it says it like that, but
It's a 6 on a d6. Yeah, I don't know why.
it's a 6 on a d6. All right. So Dante, you don't find anything in the duct, but as you start to turn around and come back out, you hear something.
Oh.
It sounds like somebody has activated a weapon that they are holding. And you turn around to take a look back into this pit where you heard it coming from. And Mason is standing in front of the vent holding that incinerator. And he is letting that loose on you.
Oh.
It's nothing personal.
Nothing personal. Motherfucker.
If you
Game over, man. Game over.
game over. So you use the story point for that to guarantee at least a success. So do you want to add an additional damage to that?
Yeah, sure. We'll add additional damage.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh no, my story points.
And you have do me a favor and roll your armor.
Me?
Yes, you.
I guess I'm like the one getting hit by shit, huh?
Yes, you are.
He just put you in a tiny enclosed space and then lit his flamethrower out. And
Yeah.
was like, sorry, dude. You're not coming back.
Finally, some drama.
I promised.
Okay. What is your health standing at right now?
I'm at a nice 5 HP.
Okay. You are taking 2 damage.
2 damage.
That has also pretty much burned away the radiation suit that you are wearing and is kind of scorched up the edges of your armor. A lot of the damage is coming from under those edges and that hot what's the word for it? Polycarbonate fiber, something like that. It's the armor is searing.
Well, shit. Okay. Nothing personal, huh?
I'm gonna need you both to add a stress.
I guess this is
just
a little
because of
stressful.
this.
Very stressful.
because
yeah,
of this.
Well, I'm not gonna just stand there and take it. I'm gonna go. Dante's gonna say, "What the fuck?" and had that gun at the ready, so I'm gonna shoot him in the fucking leg at least. Or.
Yeah, I was hoping you would find something to start moving, and then your hands are off your weapon, but you didn't find anything. God damn it, Dante.
Alright. So I roll for shoot.
Yes, roll for shoot.
Oh.
Please roll me that stress die.
Okay. I am stressed. Who knew being lit up by a fucking candle would stress you out?
Oh, this is more than a candle.
Okay. So
Yeah, it did 13 damage. Like it's pretty good. Pretty good flame. Pretty
You're
good
getting lit up
candles.
like a creme brulee.
you bring out a few shots and you connect, but it does pretty much go through that armor. The bullets do rip holes through Mason's suit, though.
Heck you. Heck you, Mason.
Okay. Mason. Or, well, technically speaking, Dante, you do have a fast action accessible to you.
Shit, what were fast actions again?
What is anything anymore?
Right? I don't know.
Life
nothing.
is pain.
Hasn't even been that long since our last session, but I still keep forgetting what is considered fast action.
It is under the combat and panic. There's something called actions and initiative.
You can run, move through a doorway or a hatch.
Fucking book it then.
Are you coming out of the vent to run, or are you moving back through the vent?
I can't really. Can I get up out of here? Oh, I can actually if I. Because We didn't get that far, but yeah, no, booking it to the fucking munitions. Like, bye.
Okay.
And you're just gonna keep running for it, I guess. Like, but yeah.
Sure. Well,
Okay.
unfortunately, Mason's gonna track you down.
Right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fucking chase, bro.
Yeah, and it turns out flamethrower is very, very sticky. So I'm gonna loose another incendiary charge.
Fucker.
Oop. Oop. And let's see what we get. Ooh.
Please roll that stress die.
Also, I can't get rid of my radiation thingy for some reason.
Hey, another 6.
Roll that armor for me, Dante.
God damn it. Okay.
Silva's not there. No one said anything on comm. That's another 2 damage to you, Dante.
Well, can I put them as extra damages?
Which ones?
The
The
the 4
additionals.
successes.
You did succeed, so it would go through by my own rules.
Sorry, Dante. As he says from the emerging from
Yeah,
his dark.
stream, yeah,
So-
damn.
I need you to roll me a d66 since you hit 0.
Yeah, that's right. Fine.
We have our fun damage table.
Yep. Oh, that's not a good one. That's pretty high.
55.
That's pretty high.
55 out of 66.
So you let that flamethrower, those
Let
flames
it.
fly, and Dante is trying to clamber out of this vent, and it has ripped through pretty much everything on your leg, Dante. It's seared. You are not able to move on that thing. You
Ooh.
cannot run. You are taking a -1 to mobility, agility, things like that. And you can only crawl from this point.
Oh my god. You know, is screaming into the comms a fucking bonus action?
We'll consider it a free action.
Free action. Cool. Shit, what the hell do you even say? You're in the middle of fucking dying. Yeah, Dante
Can
just...
Mason just hold down his comms thing? So, like in a walkie-talkie, if you just hold it down, like someone else can't click through.
No, motherfucker, don't do this.
He just holds it down.
Considering this is a group comms, no. If you hold down yours, it'll be basically static.
Yeah, sure, I'll
But
just do that. I'm happy
they'll
with that.
still be able to hear Dante, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fine.
Go.
I love
right.
this maniacal thinking.
Damn.
Okay.
Like,
This is
it's
the
like, what are
roleplay
you,
I've
like
been
a
missing.
12-year-old trying to like take over the fucking walkie-talkie channels? Damn. Ugh. All right, well, Dante's gonna fucking scream. Mason's fucking like melting me. What the fuck, Captain?
And so
You
we
can't-
said that I cannot hear him. Well, I can hear
can.
him, but
You
I
can
can't
hear
respond.
Dante. You can hear Dante. You can respond. You can't hear anything from Mason's end.
Oh, okay.
Because again, this is a group comms. It's designed so that everybody can be on and talking to
And
each other.
talking.
Just lots of static and screaming.
Yeah.
Then you just hear Silva screaming, "What the fuck is going on?" And lots of Dante report, Mason report.
Sure.
I said what I said. Mason's fucking melting me.
And I'm gonna boop and stab. Stab, stab, stab. Stab.
I can't fucking do
I'm
nothing
sorry, I
about
thought
this.
stabbing was Iona's gig.
Right?
I've learned from the best.
Ooh.
And, Iona's not here. Well, you're here in spirit. Just like Dante's about to be.
Yeah, in spirit for sure.
Stab, stab, stab.
Make that roll.
That person on floor. Plot.
Please roll that stress die.
And yeet. In the middle.
I'm barely moving. How'd you miss?
I was like, yeah.
Your managed to shift enough that you're able to basically block it and move his arm out of the way so that he can't make the hit. He doesn't connect.
Do I still have my fucking gun?
Did you drop it?
I don't think so.
Then yes, you have your gun.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna, like, I'm on the ground, but I'm gonna shoot his fucking face.
Make me that roll, please.
And
Please roll that stress dice.
do the thing. Ah. I'm not stressed, I guess. I have achieved nirvana. Fuck. Who knew having shit melted to your leg would make your aim a little shitty?
That's true.
Yeah, you're trying to do a couple of things. From blocking, you're not quite able to get the angle, and it whizzes by Mason's head.
Mm.
And it'd be on the comms where we're like wrestling with each other on the ground.
Right, yeah, I was gonna say.
Just going, Captain, Dante's turned, and then stab again.
I'm not fucking turning.
Stab, stab, stab. Thank you, Iona.
I'm just here to tell them when the aliens show up. That's my job here.
Ooh.
Please roll that stress die.
I'm so stressed. Oh,
too stressed. All right, keep shooting for his fucking face.
I'm so stressed.
Take that, you jerk. Oh.
Ooh.
Guys.
It's stressful right now, okay?
Very spicy.
Alright, is it? It's just one stress die, right?
Yes.
Motherfucker, we are so bad at this.
Stabbing him is clearly, his combat knife just isn't going through his armor where I need it to. He's just got enough to kind of overpower me. But can I cut his radio? Can I try and slice the radio itself so that he has no comms?
It would be a very close hit. Because those wires kind of wrap down along your neck to your shoulder.
Sure. So probably easier just to try and stab him in the neck.
If you... Go for it.
Sure. Well, okay, great. Why not? That's always a good plan. 5 successes, no failures.
Oh no. Okay.
I think Mason may have.
Please roll your armor, Dante.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're going with extra damage. Oh no.
No successes.
Oh no.
Ouch.
Please roll me a d66, Dante.
That's actually not that bad. All things considered, that's slowish.
Okay. So this is not a killing. But you do manage to get... You manage to take that knife and just plunge it through Dante's eye and just rip out. That effectively destroys their left eye and severs the comms completely.
And with that, goodbye, Dante.
Please, are you going to be attempting a coup de grace?
Sure.
because that is not a killing blow. That
Oh.
No. Yeah, no. That's relatively low on the chart of things. There's just a lot of injuries on this chart.
Oh,
6.
yeah. Can I use my successes to do a coup de grace? Is that how it works? Or do I have to roll for that?
You need to roll me an empathy.
Ooh, great. Empathy.
Can I use my story point for anything here? Probably not.
I
At least
We shall-
one shot.
we'll see how he does with his empathy roll.
Okay.
So empathy is just like one of the stats. So is it manipulation that you want specifically?
I think
Just straight empathy.
Yeah.
Oh, just straight empathy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How do I roll you? It's not in a click box.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
not
I'll just roll 3d6. That's not 3d6, unless they're all ones. Oh, they were all ones.
Oh
I rolled
no!
3 failures.
You're not feeling very empathetic right now, I guess.
I rolled 3 ones.
You were doing so well. It had to come eventually.
Yeah, 3 failures on my empathy check.
I'm not even the one that was trying to kill y'all.
No.
Y'all did this to yourself.
Mason shows up and I'm fucking dead.
So, given that you failed, that coup de grace does go through, you are able to effectively execute Dante.
Hey.
And now you are left with the dead, now burned, bloody corpse of your teammate on the ground in front of you.
Dagger off on his sleeve and just go, hoorah, and put it in the little sheath. And he's going to head to the decon room up here and grab another radiation jacket. Not jacket, obviously, not suit is what I mean.
Since you
Like a casual jacket.
Since you were fighting for a while,
Mm.
you are taking a point of radiation, which since you are taking a point, I need you to make a roll with
Sure.
I hope he fails it.
just base die.
Yep, base die roll. 1. It's blankety blank.
Okay, you are good. You're not feeling those normal effects that you would have expected to be feeling by now from the radiation. Maybe it's all that time you spent actually dealing with radioactive grounds.
That's true. I'm pretty attuned to it now.
You're just
My
constantly
gamma-
irradiated.
My gamma levels are high enough that I'm just, yeah, this is breakfast.
You've turned into the Hulk. Congratulations.
Smash.
Okay, and well, I think
And
we're
then
gonna
click on its radio. Captain, it's Mason. You come in.
What is he gonna say?
Mason, report. What the fuck is going on?
It's Dante, sir. What happened to those things in the corridor? It happened to him. I didn't want to jeopardize the mission. There'll just be one of us coming back.
You motherfucker.
Understood, Mason. Get back safe.
We'll be back soon. And with that, he's going to try and head back.
head back upstairs, or
Yep, head back to where everyone was hanging out. The cool gang.
You little bitch. Little B with a little P.
That's completely fair.
That was at Mason, not you. Although, pretty fucking cold still. Oh yeah, I guess.
Oh,
F and chat for reals this time.
F in chat for reals, y'all.
Yeah. Bad times, sad times. Sure. Yeah, we'll go there first. Before he heads up, he's going to back up down the corridor, back to the ammunitions room, past Dante,
Okay. Then
down
I think that
to
we're gonna
here.
cut for a moment.
Sure.
We'll let Skelly get things figured out. We'll pick a new character, and we will get our lovely Nith out of chat and into the game. And Mason gets to deal with the repercussions of killing his teammate, which apparently there aren't any. But we will be back in a few minutes, guys. Okay, so that was a thing that happened. We have our lovely Niffer Niff here with us now.
I've been pulled into this stream slightly against my will. I'm so afraid of what I just witnessed.
We have Mason, who is up to something in nuclear storage. We have Skelly, who is back again, risen from the dead, but not really, playing Hammer, our tokens cycled PC.
I think almost everyone's played Hammer at this point.
Everyone except for Al and Niff.
Oh, I thought
I feel like Al did play Hammer.
No, Tyrant
Did you?
Oh.
Yeah, Ty did the
okay.
first
Oh,
episode.
Yeah,
That does mean that Skelly's name needs to be updated on Streamlabs proper.
Yes, the one thing I forgot about.
I can't see that screen, so I can't help you with that until
makes me the only person to not be playing multiple characters, and I hope that stays true.
We'll see.
Is it Private Hammer?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Private Hammer.
So you got a new name. You just didn't get a new rank. Just stayed the same.
You haven't been promoted, sorry.
Not complicate things too much.
All right. So let's see what. Let's wrap up with what Mason's doing down here and find out what he's doing.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm
scared.
What tomfuckery is he up to?
It's fine, guys. Don't worry about it. So now that he's got his nice new suit thing, boop. He's going to head back past the chaos that he's caused back into nuclear storage.
Okay. So in nuclear storage, you now see kind of what the source of this radiation leak is. You see that there is actually looks like there might have been some kind of a firefight because there is this thing dead. It is dead.
Okay,
but
cool,
it is
cool.
but it is against some of those nuclear warheads, kind of toppled them over, and that acid blood has eaten through a few of them.
Holy
They're not active, but that's where all the radiation is coming from.
Okay, makes sense.
So smart move to go back and get that soup because you were in the middle of the mess.
Oh no, it kind of feels like putting on a wetsuit while you're in the water already.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. But do a little pee and it all warms up, so you're all good. So Mason, seeing all this, is just going to confirm that he is doing the right thing. He is going to access the nuclear warheads and set the program to self-detonate, meltdown, overload, whatever you want to call it, in 8 hours.
Can you do that with just like freestanding warheads? I don't know how warheads work.
Do any of us know how nuclear
I do
warheads
know.
work?
Fortunately, I do know how warheads work, and yes, you can do that.
You can do that. You can set them on a timer, but here's the thing. You're also in the middle of the fucking ammo depot. You can probably find some C4.
Yeah, nothing chucking a load of C4 at a bomb won't cause problems. But yeah, we'll set a timer of 8 hours.
Okay.
And then head back up.
All right.
Boop, 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 boop.
Having a jaunty little tune.
My work here is done and everything's fine.
I didn't just commit murder.
Well, is it murder if
Okay.
they were a big alien?
So let's backtrack a little bit in time here and revisit what's going on in the mainframe. So you guys spend about 10 minutes just working your way through the halls, making sure that you're not seen. Because after what happened in the reactor, things seem a little bit more active. You can hear these things moving around. But if you're careful and decide to not go in guns blazing, please don't go in guns blazing.
We are not Mason.
Whoa.
Mason is not
Mason's
with us.
chill.
I mean, if there
Everything's
were
fine.
a way for my knife to be blazing, I would like that, but I don't want to go in with it blazing right now. But fire would be nice to keep
Oh.
A 1,000-degree
The
knife.
the raging, fiery, poisoning sword of doom.
Blaming raging.
There we go.
It's about 10 minutes, and you guys are able to work your way back into the mainframe, where you pretty much walk into what seems maybe the middle, maybe the tail end of a conversation. The door slides open, and you catch JL making the comment of, "You shouldn't trust her. And she's a liar and has been trying to take advantage of the fort's resources, take things that aren't hers." And then pretty much goes quiet as soon as the door opens and fixates on all of you coming in.
Who's been saying this?
JL, the synthetic that got woken up last time. Maybe not. Well, not last time. The time before that. She was the one that was hooked up to the mainframe, and
Yep.
Charlie was saying that she was controlling him.
And now who is she blaming?
You don't know. You just heard her say she.
Great. I love this. What are you going on about now? How's Charlie doing?
Everything's going on course so far, but it seems like we'll need some form of level 3 clearance.
Oh, right. Now you're playing two characters at the same time. I love it. Also, let me know if we should change Al back or change the name.
I get to be in all the action all the time.
I mean,
If you
that's
would like
fine.
to, you can, but
Al is the
considering
star of the show.
It's the
if you would
Al
like to,
show
you
now.
can.
He's got his
It was
hands
always
in all
going to
the
go that way.
pies.
So
Al
we're-
is here to cause problems.
On
purpose.
purpose.
And I'm all out of solutions.
So Samsel is going to walk into the room and kind of direct the woman that we are guarding right now, kind of towards the center of the room, and then directs Private Hammer and Sergeant Iona to help her kind of not barricade the doors, but like prepare them for in case anything tries to creepy crawl its way in here.
A post-op hunker down, basically.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys are... There's not much you can do to actually block them off, but you can jam the doors at least. You've got
Jam the doors, guard them, stack up some chairs. I don't know.
Charlie's got a torch if you guys want to go that route and just seal them completely, but then you're kind of locking your own teammates out.
Yeah. He also has gun arms. It's fine.
Teammate.
No, it's singular.
Sorry, a
There's
gun
only
arm.
one left.
Thank
No,
you.
teammate I was referring to. We
Oh.
don't have teammates left. We have a teammate.
Yeah.
Z kind of speaks up and actually asks, Cap, where's Dante and Mason?
Wait, what? Oh, because they were here the whole time.
Yeah.
They're downstairs making sure that everything goes all right with restarting the generator. They'll be back soon, I'm sure. I wouldn't worry about them. Now, Charlie, tell me. Is there anything else we can do to help us get out of here safely?
As soon as the power's back on, all that Jail's told us here is that we need level 3 clearance. That's at least the rank of major, as I understand it, for this base. And fortunately, it seems like one of us has it. Don't we, miss? And he will stare at... What's her name?
Eckford.
Eckford.
Oh.
Egbert, yep.
Yeah, Egbert.
Tim nods and says, yes, I do have a majors level key card. Once the power's up, we'll have a free ride downstairs.
I think it's about time you start telling us a little more about why you have major level clearance.
Because I'm YA's representative for this base.
And what exactly is YA trying to do, or
WY. WY.
There we go. You said it right. Okay. I was like,
I said it wrong. That was me.
It didn't sound right, but I was like, sure,
Like,
I guess. That's why I was in my brain. I was like, you tell me why WY has any claim on this moon here. What the fuck has been going on, and what the heck is going on in the sub-basement 3?
Two-wheeled.
Wayland Yutani funds this entire base, funds the colony.
Yes, I understand it's all money to you. But what right do you have messing around with whatever the fuck is going on with those monsters?
Are you referring to me or the company?
Both.
Because I haven't had any hand in that.
Oh, sure. You had no idea it was going on?
Obviously, I knew it was going on. I told you about it.
I don't know why we're protecting you, people like you.
Can't eat the rich.
They make very bad fertilizer.
You're protecting me because once we get out of here, I can make sure that you're all set up for life.
Oh, really? You're not going to kill us now that we know too much?
Oh, please. One of me against your entire squad. Even I know that's bad math.
Unless you're finally making a little bit of sense. You get us the fuck out of here and I'll keep you alive. You turning us at all? It's 7 against 1. Let's pretend that 7 versus 1 makes sense. Yes.
I'm
it
doing
does.
a count in the background of this scene right now.
It does technically, because I don't know that one of you is dead.
Nice.
Okay. Is there...
There's not much we can do for now, so do you want to skip the scene where I'm screaming what the fuck is going on into the comms for about 20 minutes?
Yeah, you guys can hang out, get everything set up how you want to when it comes to the fence, and then after a ooh, yeah, looks like Streamcam is still in nuclear storage, so if you want to move that back up to the mainframe.
There we go.
But sorry, I didn't notice it. I'm here narrating.
I got 2 windows up. I'm like, it's fine.
It's fine.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's fine. Everything's fine. We've got
fine.
it.
This is
It's
the catchphrase
okay.
of this game. Everything's
It's
fine.
okay.
Everything is fine.
Is it?
Everything's
Tell
fine.
me
It's
again.
the catchphrase. It's the catchphrase.
For me.
Everything's fine.
But
No.
you,
Al, no. No more stabbing. That's my thing.
So, you're on with the sword.
Can I just
Give
play
it back.
Dante's vengeful ghost?
Ooh, been haunted.
I don't know how you're gonna haunt them, but so you guys spend a few minutes. Well, Silva spends a few minutes interrogating Eckford. And you guys talk a little bit, but you're able to spend the rest of that time posting up setting up whatever defenses you want to while you wait out this next 4 hours before your comms crackle to life. And it's Dante yelling into the comms about Mason trying to melt him. Do we want to play that out, or do we want to skip to the end of it?
I'd say we've already kind of played it out. It's all a lot of crackling, a lot of screaming.
There's a lot of what the fuck is happening?
A lot of Silva screaming
what the heck?
reports. What the heck? Listen, I ran out of swear words.
There are so many swears.
So we had to upgrade.
You got to start getting creative. You got to start getting creative with them.
I don't know what kind of weird swear words we're going to have in, 1,000 years or whatever. We could be Firefly and I'll be speaking Chinese. I don't know.
Listen, just play through Near Replicant. You get a few good ones. Anyway. But, so yeah, that goes through. And you guys are kind of left at the tail end of that conversation, knowing that Mason has killed Dante.
What the fuck? Because
it's gonna be a few minutes before Mason's able to get back.
Charlie will just say, well, with that unfortunate revelation, it does seem as in the power is all back online. It won't be long before we can get things moving.
He should have checked in with me. But if what he says is true, I think it's better off that we killed him, that he was put to rest before that thing could take over his body. I don't have time to think about it. I'm getting all the rest of you out of here, no matter what it takes.
wasn't there supposedly a cure in the basement? This is Hammer. Like,
he'll turn to Eckford and say, well, did you ever figure it out? Something tells me you didn't.
There's a cure. It's in sublevel 3, like I said. It's unfortunate that your squad mate chose not to listen.
I guess it's a race against time. It would be 4 hours for the generator to boot up, however long for us to get down there and find it, access these things if we don't encounter anything. I guess Dante just couldn't hold on.
What did
But Captain, we need to decide now. Now that we have her, and he'll glance a filthy look towards jail. What do we do with her after what she did?
Can she do any more harm?
I don't know. If she has access to anything, then I don't see why not. I don't know what she did or how she did it to make things like that happen. If I'm honest, this is impressive, far beyond anything I've ever heard of being able to do. And to do it here under people's noses is nothing short of psychotic.
You're
Are
saying
you going on with this rhetoric that I've controlled you? That's not feasible for another synthetic.
That's what I thought. And yet, here we are.
There's a lot of things going on that aren't really feasible.
Thank you. I didn't think giant, acidic, alien creatures destroying us, dissolving us, implanting eggs to burst out of people's chests would be the kind of thing that we would be seeing in a simple fetch and carry. And yet, here we are. Stranger things.
So what was her motivation then?
Why would anyone want anyone killed?
And he'll
You'll forgive me, Commander, I'm not a military man through and through. I was built just to serve a purpose. It would seem if someone wanted to change what that purpose was, there would be a way to do it.
So what's her purpose then? Why you?
I can be controlled, and I was in the right place if you want those people dead. And now those people are dead.
And so he'll turn to Eckford and say, and what are you going to say about this? Do you have an explanation?
An explanation for what? Why these two robots are having an argument?
Now, I do believe Charlie when he says he was being controlled. And if anyone could do it, I'm sure Weyland-Yutani could.
Well,
You see why I'm so suspicious of you saying that you'll let us go.
if it's left to my decision, yes, I'd let you go. JL, however, unfortunately, dear, this is where your lying comes to an end. JL here is a military-grade synthetic. She's not designed the same way that Charlie and others like his model are. She can do things that other synthetics can't. She doesn't have a behavioral chip. It actually is quite feasible that she could have somehow accessed his circuit core. It would have taken some doing, but I wouldn't have put it past her.
And Silva will turn back to JL and say, well, are you going to continue lying?
Yes, I'm the liar here, Miss Eckford. Let's talk about how you, the executive, has been stealing research and appropriated the use of this fort for your own. What are you actually keeping down there? Nothing that my company doesn't already have propriety to. Would anybody like to weigh in?
Is this when Mason comes back?
Yeah. It's been a bit, so Mason, if he's careful, would have been able to work his way through, ignoring some screams and skittering.
Yeah, he's like sprinting. Freaking out.
Okay.
Everyone will hear the like footsteps in the hallway and the panting, and then he's like slamming on the door of the room.
Silva demands you to identify yourself before you try to come in.
Yeah, it's me. It's Mason.
She'll send Hammer out first because he's the biggest and baddest, just to make sure he Mason himself hasn't gone crazy.
Clearly, he's the baddest if we keep cycling through him as a PC.
Right.
He's still alive.
He's the NPC all the boys want to play.
His name is literally Hammer.
I know, right?
He's the swole boy.
He
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah, Hammer's gonna definitely want a word or two or punch with Mason. Alright. So yeah, let's go talk to this fucking nerd.
You're stepping outside, or are you just opening the door?
Hey, let me in.
I'm gonna step outside real quick. Just have a quick little conversation.
What, are we going in or what?
I'm gonna hammer, more like. Let's just fucking give him a quick deck in the face.
Okay, now question:
Listen.
Is this hammer?
This is
Or
hammer.
is this Skellaby?
It
No.
is actually Hammer.
They're buddies. So, I guess that's a close combat.
Yes, it is a close combat.
Just get a quick deck in the face.
Yeah, Mason killed his buddy, so
Yeah.
please roll that stress die for me.
Can I actually use... Wait. Do my story points carry from one character to another?
Yes.
Okay, I want to use a story point to make sure this hits. If
Sure.
that's possible.
I'll allow it.
Cool.
Completely fair.
Deck him right there, right? Right.
Yeah, I'll
Right
do
in the
that one.
Right in the
Pause.
face.
Yes.
Pow! Pow! Right in the kisser.
Alright. Do I need to roll for my damage? It's not... I'm not going for like any lethal damage or anything like that, but...
We'll just say that we won't roll for damage. You're just getting him a good time to vent anger.
Yeah, okay.
Unless you're wanting to kill him, then
No.
have fun.
No.
I'm not here to kill y'all. Y'all can kill each other.
It's
At this
fine,
point,
it's
I don't
fine.
fucking care.
This is apparently how this game is going, so
No death this time. This time.
Sure. Mason like falls back on the floor and he's like staring up, like bewildered, like rubbing his jaw. Like, what the hell, Hannah? What the fuck? Do you have any idea what I've just had to go through? You fucking sat here in the office.
What you had to go through. What you had to go through?
Yeah.
You're
When was the
one
last time you
who's-
did anything useful? Just throwing your weight around. If only you had muscles in your brain rather than your biceps. Jesus fucking Christ.
You're the fucking psycho going around melting entire hallways of people and your crewmates. When there was...
LZA. LZA, Will, when you've got some little kind of dick monster bursting out of your chest, I'll be there to flame that as well.
you guys both roll me an observation, please.
Has he got a dick monster bursting out of his chest?
No.
Boo.
Not that I can confirm.
I can't see shit. I can't
You know what? It's because of the situation at hand,
Yeah, we probably...
I'm gonna say that you can't. It just doesn't carry through until. Well,
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh.
something descends from the ceiling. Mason, you had pretty much heard something following you the whole time here. Because you were making a sprint for it, so you weren't exactly avoiding things.
Nope.
Something was
Right there.
following you the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But it descends, and you guys don't notice it at first until you actually hear rifle shots, and it shrieks and collapses and acid eats through the floor. And
Whoa. Lads.
lads,
Lads,
Boys.
some
lads.
bros,
They...
some bros. That
kind of dick monster.
Why, mate?
Foes are bros.
they round the corner, 3 of them do, and they are dressed in the same armor you are. They're Colonial Marines.
Okay.
Are
They're-
they regular?
That doesn't
or are they
necessarily
zombie?
mean...
Looks like they look like they might have been roughed up a bit. They've been in a couple of fights, but they first one rounds the corner. This is you don't have a nameplate on. Well, actually they do have nameplates on them. Everybody has a nameplate. First one that rounds the corner and speaks ends up being Howard. And he's looks at you guys arguing in the hallways like, well, fuck, I'm glad to see other people, but can you shut the fuck up? They're listening.
Just as Howard says that, Silva's going to appear in the doorway with her pulse
A rice
rifle,
bowl.
her rice puffle, her pulse
Rice
rifle
puffle.
in her hand, basically aimed straight down the hallway at Howard. And does Captain Silva recognize any of these three men?
You have not been on this, like, at this base long enough to really recognize anybody.
Okay, but they're just random base colonial marines. They're not.
They're just random Marines.
Moon chumps.
Hey, Mason, Hammer, shut the fuck up. You've already lost too many today. I can't deal with any more. Get back inside. And who are you?
Rumbles but goes inside. Complies. He got his punch in.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out where the fuck my notes for this went. This is a problem with having everything as a pop-out.
Yeah, I feel the pain. City of Mist was just like that. It was awful.
Everything just disappears. Let's see. There we go. This is Private Howard. This is Horwitz and Fine.
And Fine, you said?
Fine. Yep. Spelled just like how it sounds.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. We found it.
How did you get up here?
We fucking climbed our way from sub-level 2. We're moving around trying to fight our way to someplace secure. Operations a no-go. All the offices are down, and you jackasses are apparently all here.
We were just in
Are you gonna let us
sub-level
in or
2.
not?
Where were you?
Probably up here fighting those things. We were down there, what, 2 hours ago? And looks over to Horwitz and Fine. It was like, yeah, we woke up down there.
What do you mean woke up?
No, fucking woke up. We were stuck to the wall.
So how do I know you're not infected?
The fuck do you mean infected?
Mason, get him.
It's like
I did
wide-eyed staring at the captain like...
Iona did not say that, but Nifrik definitely did.
I've watched too many people succumb to the awful, disgusting, mad science nonsense that is those monsters.
There's some shrieking further down the hallway. And they look back and then look at each other and look at you like, yeah, and you're gonna lose 3 more if you don't let us the fuck in.
Fine. Mason, check them. Charlie, Mason, check them over, and she'll let them in.
Time to dual wield.
Okay.
Well, Skelly, if you want to, you have 3 new characters you can play now.
Yeah, okay.
Dibs on being fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say 3 new characters for me to get melted.
They hustle their way inside and even help shut the door. And
That's kind
with-
of suspicious of them.
Horwitz is kind of leaning against it, trying to catch his breath. And head, like the side of his head, kind of against the doorway, listening.
Sure. Charlie's going to start using his medical knowledge to check them over. Mason as well, knowing what the bodies attached to the wall, covered in goop and whatnot, downstairs were like, and what Dante was like. You know, his kind of symptoms, any signs that he showed, aside from the radiation poisoning, but the signs of being infected or anything like that. It's going to be checking very, very closely and carefully for any suspicions he might have.
Okay.
It's like
Then-
poke him really hard in the stomach once.
Kabam!
They all just
Wow,
strip
fuck, what
naked.
that? Let's see. Charlie, roll me a medical, and Mason an observation.
Okay. Bum. Nothing but successes. 2 successes for Charlie, 2 successes for Mason.
I still think that Al may have messed with Roll20 a bit. This is far more lucky
How
than
has been
Roll20
rolling well
ever is.
tonight? Suspiciously well. Fate wants this
It
game to go a
is
certain
very
way.
suspicious, but Mason, you're able to confirm that they do look quite a bit like the bodies that were downstairs. They're suffering extremely from radiation, to the point that their skin's kind of being eaten at, and there's the disorientation, the sweats. Charlie, with a little bit of a closer look, since you're doing more of an actual medical examination, it does look like there was some bruising and tearing around the edges of the mouth, as well as bruising along the esophagus.
And Charlie will go, well, good news, chaps. You've got nothing to worry about. And he'll turn to the captain and go, they look like they're holding up just as well as Private Dante, sir.
And Silva's going to look deep into Charlie's eyes, into his synthetic eyes, and see if he's trying to hint at anything.
An android wink.
Do androids wink of electric sheep?
Are you wanting to roll something to determine if you can differentiate
Johnny
that or
winking.
not? Or
So really it's just my brain being stupid, but I'm pretty positive that what he's saying is that they're all fucking months.
They're as good as Dante.
Okay, cool.
That's
Dante
pretty
needs
That's what we're going
straightforward.
with.
Oh God.
So that's the information I'm giving you.
I love it.
That means when they turn around and don't see it coming, that's when you kill them.
Silva's gonna
Silver. They're ready.
Silva's gonna motion to Eckford to come speak to her, and to Mason as well. And she's gonna put Eckford behind her, and just nod at Mason.
Sure.
And permission to melt.
Okay.
Mason will look at Hammer and at who else have we got?
Z?
She's just gonna step to the side.
Sure. Hammer and Z.
I'm here too.
Z.
Oh, yeah.
Kidding. Hi.
He'll look at you guys and then just like silently draw his combat knife again and like give the
Fine is just kind of
Give the
looking
sign.
at all this stuff
Oh no,
going
Fine
on.
noticed. Fine is not
It's
fine.
like so.
Hey, this is
So
a
wait,
dark,
so who
gritty
is
campaign.
who is Dante? Which one of you is Dante?
Dante.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Which one?
Fine's asking which one of you is Dante.
Dante helped get the power back on downstairs. He's waiting down there. We need to head down to sub-level 3.
Yeah, you got her
Mason
first.
or Charlie?
That's Charlie.
Okay.
So he's going, we need to head down to sub-level 3. Have any of you ever experienced that sub-level? We unfortunately don't have the map facility available to us.
No, none of us have access to sub-level 3. The only people that could go down there were the Major and Colonel.
when I'm afraid we wouldn't have any sort of clearance like that. Well, I guess we hold up in here till we figure something out. I'll plug myself back into the mainframe, but it may be an hour or so, so get yourselves comfortable. Go to the computer unit and start beeping and booping.
Beeping and booping.
Are they looking like they're getting comfortable?
They're
maybe
shifting
going to
around. They're shifting around because they're kind of confused about what's going on, but they're relaxing. They think this is weird, but at least they're around people and not those fucking things outside. Given what they've experienced, none of them are putting their guns down. But
yeah. I'm looking to see if Silva has said anything about that. But Silva, I think, is busy, so I'm just lost.
I don't know what's going on with Silva. Silva
Mason's
just took
Mason's gonna like, lean against the wall near one of them. Like he's got one hand on his combat knife, and he's like staring at the others.
Egbert just kind of says under her breath to Silva and says, if it's been 2 hours since they've woken up, they've probably been incubating for too long.
And Silva's gonna head up to one of them. You know what? I don't know which one's which, but you know what? It's gonna have to find. And
we'll just say that fine is here in the middle.
Perfect. I love it. And
everything is fine.
Iona, are you gonna join me?
Yeah, I'm following your lead. Also, maybe going for my knife.
Silva
object.
Silva still has the gun in her hands from when she was guarding the door, and walks up to Fine, and is just gonna shoot him straight in the head. No warning whatsoever. Calm, collected, well trained.
I guess I'm going for another one then. If you're doing it.
Yep, and I've got my one picked out.
All right,
okay.
Everybody, make your rolls.
Okay.
Okay, which character am I?
Murder rolls.
Murder rolls.
Classic murder rolls. They're the tastiest kind.
Who needs to roll?
You guys do.
For point blank.
Ooh, 1 success, 1 failure.
Yep. Same.
And we'll wait on Poppers.
I forget. Does pushing rolls mean I can attempt to get rid of that little monster?
Pushing rolls mean you will take an additional stress, but you can re-roll.
I would love
Silva
to do that.
Has it.
I'll take an extra stress and try and re-roll for it.
What's one more stress die when
What's
you're at
one
like
more
8?
stress die?
Oh no, I hit the button like 4 times. This is stressful. Hey, that was worth it.
Okay.
I got 3 successes this time.
Well, in that case, I want to push it as well. I don't want to be
You
the
know
one
what?
that
Go
fails.
for it.
Come
Have
push
fun.
it.
Why not?
Come
Extra
push
stress.
rolls with me.
Boop. Extra roll. Boop. Ooh, double it spicy.
I still need you to roll me that stress die to see if you can go
Yeah,
through.
that's pretty fair. Boop. It's
It did the
stress
thing.
die.
It did the thing.
It's a blankety blank. Blankety blank.
Woo.
Oh, great.
All right. So
So that's
I'm
per
not gonna.
our weird rules. That means it's a failure or like a mixed success.
It's a failure with consequence. So you don't necessarily get this guy in front of you, but you're definitely scorching everything around him, including Fine. You go for that wide arc, and he just kind of ducks. And these two get the heat as well as the shots, and their brains are pretty much splattered against the console and scorching. This guy's gonna try to This guy, Horowitz, is going to try to scramble away and take a shot, which that doesn't go through. So y'all get your
Stab in the
execution.
stomach. Stab in the stomach.
Are you gonna stab him?
I'll stab him in the stomach.
I suppose you've got your sword now, don't you, as well?
I do. I have a long
A
stab.
long stabbing knife.
That's so long.
Oh my god.
Very
Oh
much
my
like
God.
to stab with my long knife.
He
I
is
have 4
not.
successes.
Disemboweled
He
this
is-
guy.
He is
Dude.
absolutely not expecting you to just come out with a fucking rapier. And just you slice
knife.
through his
Yeah.
abdomen, like
I would
right
like
under
this.
that crease of the armor, and
This
he
poor
is
motherfucker.
gushing blood and gasping and trying. No, he is trying to scream, but it's just blood coming out of his mouth as he's collapsing and slowly bleeding out on the floor and trying to choke out why.
Because you were dead already. I'm sorry.
And after a few minutes, unless anybody wants to do that mercy kill.
Oh yeah. We need
Yeah,
this.
we want a
one.
mercy
I don't want
kill.
to sit here with this for a few
We got a
minutes.
mercy kill.
Gotta make sure whatever's inside is also dead.
That's
so...
why I stabbed through the middle instead of the head.
Well,
That's why you
unfortunately,
flame
his
him.
sternum has armor.
Yeah,
Roll
but
me
my
a
sword is long. I can get up.
You gonna try to go for like in through the neck move? Because that's a little
I've
extra.
already stabbed me. Just like up and stir. I don't know.
I need you to roll me an empathy if you're the one doing
You
it.
have to fucking say you're gonna stir. Oh god.
Oh.
What the heck?
I'm so sorry.
I don't even need to kill them. They're doing it themselves.
I'm so sorry.
The game
One
plays
dead
itself.
Marine.
Okay.
Ha, ha.
Roll me an empathy, please.
What type of empathy?
It's just a straight empathy.
Great empathy.
Okay, so just
Do your base die.
yeah.
and
Okay,
then-
I was gonna say
Base
So,
die with whatever
4.
your empathy number is modifier.
Okay. I have 1 success.
So you succeeded, which means you are not able to go through with this mercy killing.
Alas, I have.
You
too
take
much
that point of
empathy.
you take that point of stress, but you're realizing like, oh god, this is
Did
one
in
of
fact
our
just
our
stab
people.
somebody.
That's the human person.
Mhm.
You look at this guy and he's asking why, and you can't do it.
You were dead already.
We just need to flame him and be done.
I'm not
Apparently
the
you're
one with
gonna-
the flamethrower arms. I'm sorry.
Flamethrower.
You need to roll me an empathy then, sir.
Okie dokie. None.
None. So
Because
Yeah.
Mason is a psychopath.
You
You
are
are heartless.
you are ruthless, and you
Just shove you out of the
are
way and just flamethrower this guy.
you are torching the shit out of this man, and it's. I'm sorry. The name of the clip.
Thank you, Purple. I'm so sorry.
You torch this guy, and all you can really hear is that a couple of seconds of that gurgle that's trying to force itself into a scream before it's silent and this man is not moving. You now have 3 dead Marines in the Apollo mainframe around you, and half of the equipment is scorched because you set everything on fire.
3
Well,
3 dead
something.
Marines.
We are
Technically,
terrible
love to
people
count.
for making these jobs.
It's
I
educational.
mean, we are, but also they were goners.
I mean,
They was
yeah,
technically-
they were
bad
already.
It was still a mercy killing. They were-
Yeah.
Fucking
We're the
not
good
okay.
guys here, probably.
Are we?
Probably.
Well, I
Honestly,
mean,
there's
at some
no-
point you put to ask yourself, does it matter if we're the good guys here?
There we
We're
go.
the protagonists. Does that mean good?
Exactly.
Doesn't mean that we have to
Debatable.
be the good guys.
So you
It would
guys,
be a less entertaining game if we didn't play it.
so you guys get that all squared away. You Mercy killed
Mercy killed.
3
You're welcome.
Marines. And you're setting up shop, making sure that you're barricaded. Because with the noise, there's more movement outside. You're fairly secure in here. You can't think of a way that they can come in other than these doors that you've sealed off to lock yourselves in. So this is effectively a safe area for the remainder of the about 2 hours.
I know that means we can get rid of some of our stress, I believe, right?
It, timeline-wise, it gets rid of all of your stress.
Huh.
All of it?
All of it.
That's so much stress.
She's only doing that so she can give us more later on.
She is.
And I hope so.
I was going to give you more to begin with.
Oh,
It's fine.
this-
Everything's
everything's
fine.
But
fine.
I'd
fine.
also told you guys in the chat after last session that once you guys got the safe zones established, you could get rid of your stress. So
Yeah.
now you're in an actual safe zone after all the drama has passed.
That little room was not as safe as you thought.
Yeah.
I know mechanically it doesn't do much. But Captain Silva is going to pull the cigarettes out from the band on her helmet, and even though she's inside, she's gonna light up one and just start smoking. She can't deal anymore.
She's having a rough time.
Charlie goes to remind her that it's a no smoking zone, but thinks better of it. And probably not now. Not the time.
Silva will
about the same reaction from JL, honestly.
Silva will look directly at Charlie and just tap the cigarette ash onto the floor and keep smoking.
Try me, do it.
Exactly. That's Silva's whole deal. Just try it, you won't.
Charlie will sidle up to Silver, however, and then there is still one question mark that remains here.
Which is?
And I can put my point forward as much as you like, but either JL is a military-grade robot with capabilities of jeopardizing the lives of Marines without them even being aware of it, or I'm on the fritz and I'm randomly assassinating members of our own. Either or, we're both a risk while both of us survive. We need to make a decision of what to do with the one that's telling the truth and the one that's lying.
Flip a coin.
Maybe it's my flawed humanness, but I believe you, Charlie.
Well, I appreciate that. I am,
however,
for what it's worth, going to tell you that I am telling the truth.
If you truly believe you are no longer safe, if you've been compromised and won't be able to fulfill your duties as a colonial marine, you may have to take her down with you.
What did you have as a plan?
I'm sorry, Charlie. I don't know nearly enough about you synthetics. I know you're tough,
Well,
and if she is at military grade, she's going to be even tougher.
yes. My fear is simply leaving someone behind or shutting them out of this room, the radiation won't take effect in the same way. And having access, if she does, to the kind of levels that would give her control over me, I'm worried that she may also be able to take control over the facilities and arsenal of the base, if you understand.
I do.
I think that would be a mistake to let her, or to put her in the position where she is able to do that.
What do you recommend, Charlie?
Simply put, she cannot be permitted to continue functioning.
Well, you've been a very good soldier, even if you say you weren't intended to be. I think.
Thank you.
Could you
I appreciate
convince
that, sir.
JL that you and her need to desperately go down into the irradiated area to,
Recover the body.
recover a body or fix something or I don't know, and take her out or set a bomb. I don't know, something.
If
Just
you have something
anything
that
you
I
can
could,
do to keep her from
as
getting
much as
back
I would
up
love
here.
to say yes and pull a solution, I'm a medic, and she is not a human. If I could slip a syringe of something, I believe that was what I was instructed to do for Lance Corporal White, but it won't have the same effect on her. She's much stronger and more designed with combat readiness than I am. And I have no doubt at all that she isn't planning a similar thing for all of us.
Want the long knife?
You have a gun arm.
Insert
It's
the
true.
knife,
I mean, yeah, he's got a
sir.
gun arm.
I'm just a medic. Gun arm.
With a gun arm.
I'm a healer,
It's for
but
cauterizing the wounds, obviously.
Exactly.
Well, we'll hold our ground for now. And when the time presents itself, thank you for your service.
I'll do whatever needs to be done.
Understood.
Healing gun.
Hey, Game Mother, how much longer do you think it'll take before we can get out of this room?
After 2 hours, Apollo starts booting back up. Lights up. You see it. You see the screen for the main terminal flicker on, and it comes up with Apollo mainframe coming online. Everything starts to kind of hum to life around you. The lights are all turning on. And after a few minutes, it's going through a few different lines of accessing power, elevators, gates, things like that. They come up. Some of them come up with non-functioning. You note that with the elevator, it is still presenting that it is locked down. Clamps are active. Elevators to sub-level 3 are locked off. And after all those lines of dialogue go through, it just comes up with a simple screen that asks what your inquiry is.
Charlie, what can you do about this? Think this was her fault?
It's entirely possible.
What is my inquiry? Is this like the general the major computer about on this
Yes.
the base?
Yes. The Apollo mainframe accesses all functions within the base. This
Does
is
it have
the
a
terminal.
database as well?
Yes. What would you be looking for?
Silva's gonna first look for who's responsible for. What was the project called? Did we ever learn that?
Project Life Force.
Here we go. I knew we got it at some point. She's gonna attempt at first to look for any information about Project Life Force. See who, basically who was in charge and who initiated it.
You come up with Project Life Force is classified information. Present Colonel Myers' ID.
Silva's going to turn to Eckford and say, I'm going to get you out of here, but I want some information before we go. Please. And she'll put out her hand for the ID card. Always so ominous when the GM just takes a long pause.
I'm trying to decide how she would respond to that. It's like, what do you need this for? Are you opening up the elevators?
Of course.
She'll step up to you and hang out by the terminal and give you the card.
If I present the card to the computer, is it that kind of a thing, or is it more of a password kind of thing?
It is so there's a slot next to the terminal that you can slide the personal ID tag into.
Lovely. Let's slot it in.
You come up with an error. This ID is not permitted to access files pertaining to Project Life Force, and it lifts off the things that it allows access to, which comes down to pretty much unhooking the clamps so that the space elevator can function and opening up the elevators to the sublevel 3.
Well, I guess I have to do some research on my own time. And we're going to start unlocking those clamps.
Okay.
Clamps!
Clamps.
All right, with that access, the clamps start coming on. You don't have any sound or visual confirmation, but it says that the clamps are being
Disengaged.
disengaged from the space elevator.
And as that's going on, we're going to boot up the space elevator.
Okay, so the space elevator has to be completely operated from the elevator itself.
Obviously.
You can't really boot it up from here. It notes that the elevator is now functional now that the locks have been disengaged.
Lovely.
Is there anything else you would like to do on this terminal?
I'll look around the group and see, is there anything you've been begging to know? And I'll turn to Eckford and say, is there anything we need to lock down? Can I, from this terminal, lock down, like, the sections we no longer need? So we can get a clean getaway? Or do some fancy computer logic to, like, close down access to the powered lifts as soon as we're out at the elevator?
Not without somebody actually being at the mainframe to activate it. You can't set it to go in advance. You can manually go through and lock down some of the areas, set in like emergency locks down.
My brain is trying to find a way for Charlie and JL to stay behind. I guess we'll just do it this way, the easy way. Silva's gonna turn to JL and say, I don't trust you. And I can't trust my own man either. But I trust him just long enough to keep you away from this machine. You're staying here, and so is Charlie. And something tells me this whole moon is going down. If not, I'm making sure of it. Sorry, JL. You're not going any further. As for us, Charlie, make sure that everything is locked tight behind us. And we'll do our best to stay safe out there.
She is going to try to make her argument by saying, you need me to come down there. There's no one else that can actually access any of the cryopods down there. They're all password encrypted.
Remind me, Game Mother, why we need the cryopods? Oh,
there are people in them.
Oh, right. And you're telling me you have the only password?
Do you see Colonel Myers around here anywhere?
And what gives you, Colonel Myers, his access clearance?
She was his assistant. That's Eckford. Followed him around like a little lapdog.
Well, how do I know I can trust you then?
You don't.
Mhm.
And you shouldn't. With the greatest respect, Captain.
So I'm trying to wrap my head around it because I'm a little turned around. The cryopods are where?
They're in sub-level 3.
But we don't have a map of sub-level 3, right? Am I just going crazy?
You don't have a map to it right now.
Cool.
No.
But part of it is entrance to the
Actually,
space elevator and also this cryo chamber.
yes. It's docked at sub-level 3 and sub-level 2. Sub-level 2 was completely blocked off, so you could not access it from there. So the only way to get onto the space elevator itself is from sub-level 3. However, if you are looking for a map of sub-level 3, you can probably try to get that off of Apollo.
That's a good idea. Let's do that.
Mhm.
Let's double check that those cryopods are even still active.
Okay, so I'm just gonna move you guys over here so you can get a look at it. Not putting anybody down there right now, but you can see what the map looks like on that terminal. And it does show that there are a number of pods in cold storage that are active.
And these are just like the colonists, right?
There's no confirmation. It just shows that they are active.
Weapons testing lab. That's not at all terrifying.
What? Nah.
Can I find any information about who is down there?
The only thing that comes up is a list of access, and it just shows that the last person to actually access anything down there was Colonel Myers. And shortly after that, everything went to lockdown, that there was some kind of containment breach.
So Colonel Myers could be down there. Or he could be dead down there. But, could be. I guess you're coming with us, you little creep. And so we venture on down to sub-level 3.
I understand that you don't
I
trust me, but
understand
there's...
that I'm to stay behind alone.
No, Charlie, I think we'll manage much better with you than without you.
As you wish.
Yeah, buddy, come on.
Okay. So you guys...
You're here to keep an eye on her.
Very well.
Okay, so you guys make your way down. Do you want to just gun it, or do you want to be a bit careful about it? Because there is some activity going on, and the elevator is over here. You are going down this hall to get to it.
Are we back on the other map?
I think we're doing a little bit of both.
Oops.
Thank you.
Game Mother's forgetting things.
Basically, all we need to do
And what does
is get to the gantry.
Right pathway. This right-hand pathway takes you to the elevator to get to sub-level 3.
I thought it was the... Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, I see what's going on. I gotcha. So you just gotta make it past the war rooms, some offices, some spooky tunnels and things definitely won't pop out of for no reason. I guess we're being as sneaky as we can.
Okay.
Oh, but the colonel's office is right there, isn't it?
Strips.
We'll make a pit stop, make sure no one's there, and then move on.
Okay. You guys, I'm just gonna move you guys as a group. You guys make your way down there, kind of creeping your way along. Doesn't seem like anything's too active on this side of things.
And then we...
Cool.
Then whoever would like to take a poke into the colonel's office can do so. JL is certainly doing so.
I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch
I
this
guess that means
stinky
Johnny is
robot.
also
I
good.
will not be poking.
Yeah.
It's my name's Sylva's gonna take lead. And she's gonna put an arm in front of JL just to make sure she's in there first.
No.
Narrows her eyes at you and doesn't say anything because she's trying to be careful about her situation. She knows she's exactly like one nod away from getting her head fucking shot off.
Yeah.
And believe me, we've done it before!
I was gonna say.
We watched you do it.
Live on twitch.biz.
Yep, you guys poke into the colonel's office. There's not too much going on in here. It looks like it's kind of been ransacked. Like some of the furniture is knocked over, shelves, files, and jail is, unless you go to stop her, is moving towards a desk with the terminal on it.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna stop her.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Because that's exactly where Sylva's heading. No, I want to use the computer.
It's my turn on the Xbox.
Mom
Okay.
said...
So you are going to access the computer?
Mm-hmm. Basically, she's looking for any kind of access codes or information or, like, maybe he left behind a pass or something.
So, as far as you can tell from searching around in here, it doesn't look like his key card is anywhere.
Lovely.
Like his tags or anything. The computer is on, but it's asking for a password.
You gonna prove yourself useful?
Are you going to let me on the computer?
No, I think I can type it in from here. What do you want so desperately from the computer anyway?
I'm merely
Just
concerned
make
for
sure
the
it's good
colonel's
check.
safety is all.
Sure. That password then?
Give me just a moment to find that note.
The password is password.
Up on.
XX121AB.
I mean, I guess it's at least a sort of useful password. And so what can I find on this old computer of his?
Well, I'm sending a meme in chat.
As you
I
should.
wouldn't know.
He was into some weird shit.
Something about
Right.
omnipositors. It's a very weird.
Oh no!
But
Didn't even
Um,
try.
I find a draft of his fan fiction, you know.
But you get on the computer and everything's on.
Yep.
No. Are you proud?
Very proud. Very pleased with myself, thank you.
Just derailed this entire fucking scene.
What?
Okay, so
Me?
actually, yes, you.
I can't imagine that.
So on this terminal, it actually, for the most part, seems like it's been wiped clean. You're trying to go through files, but there's nothing showing up. It's either corrupted or gone entirely.
Well, I should have known that would happen. And so how are you going to check that your Colonel Myers is safe?
Colonel Myers like to keep logs. I would have thought he would have kept them going up until...
Do I find any logs?
Proper, what the fuck? No, there were no logs on the computer. Like I said, everything's been corrupted or deleted entirely.
Silva's gonna take the... Is a laptop or a terminal like built into the desk kind of thing?
It's like a desktop computer.
Is there something I can smash, basically, is what I'm asking?
You can smash the screen if you want.
Let's do that.
All right.
Punch it.
Smashy smash.
Smashy smash. Just gonna vent some frustration there. You fucking destroy this damn terminal.
Yeah, I do.
Much like everything else in the room, it is in shambles.
It was just out of place. I had to. And so she'll walk out of the room and join the rest of the group as we approach the elevator.
You get... I keep using the wrong tool here. As are moving along, and you make it to the elevator. Despite there being a very small size, you all can actually fit in the elevator, but actually, no. It actually isn't big enough.
Distant.
It actually isn't big enough. You can really only do 4 or 5 people at a time.
Oh my god. That sounds like disaster waiting to happen. So
How would you like to split this up then?
Alright, Captain.
Right, we can't leave the fox and the chicken, so we have to take the grain.
I have the exact same joke.
So how many can we fit at a time?
4 or 5 if you're really trying.
So always
What
put
if
the
we
androids
put-
together or never put the androids together?
Social distancing is
What
what I'm
if we
saying.
put Iona on my shoulders?
The
Everyone just
elevator
hang
is
on to
really
Charlie.
not that tall.
I'm little.
House size for your convenience.
About if we all lie down.
I'll leave.
So what I'm hearing is Iona is fun size and the sword is as tall as he is.
I'll bring Eckford and Z and Iona and who else does that leave? And Mason, let's say, and leave Charlie and Hammer and JL and
Like, what
Iona.
about the robots?
Wait, you said
No.
Iona to go and
That's
to
the-
stay?
Whoever the 8th person is will.
Schrodinger's Iona.
Why is there too many of us? I'm just confused. Is all.
Iona is inside and outside the elevator at the same time.
So
Am I
4
in the
down
box?
and
Who
4 up.
knows?
Pretty much. Yep.
Right.
Why are we leaving both robots?
That's
Together.
what I said.
What are we doing?
So
You're leaving the fox with the chicken.
Hammer, Jill, Charlie, and oh shit, who is this?
That's
Z?
Silva. That's not the right person.
Oh well.
Just pick
The
at
font
whim
is
and
small
that's
enough.
what's
The
saying.
font is small enough that I can't see. So who is actually
Wait.
staying?
Wait, there's font?
Yes, there is font.
Oh my god.
So we have
There's font? Why are we
Oh,
finding
yeah.
this out on the
says your name
series
on it.
finale?
Hammer
So-
staying behind with
Yeah.
with Z. Let's say.
Hammer, Jill.
Why do I have lightning bolts?
I don't know. I didn't put them there.
I didn't put them there.
All right.
So yeah, that's Iona, Mason, and Eckford. Okay, yeah.
Cool.
Love it.
Okay,
All right.
cool.
So you guys go down, and Charlie, Jill, Hammer, and Z are hanging out up top waiting for that elevator to come back. And while we
I'm
are
done.
waiting on this elevator to make that trip, we're going to take maybe a 5-minute break.
Sounds.
We are back again, and the elevator has finally reached sub-level 3. Actually, took a couple of minutes just because... I'm sorry, my cat knocked something off the shelf, and I'm going to have to yell at him later. But it took a few minutes to get down there just because since they do weapons testing down here, they made it a little further down so that they could make sure it's relatively secure. Relatively.
We're deep in the earth of the
Deep
moon.
in the earth. But the elevator dings and slides open, and you guys are able to step out into a... This is actually a relatively clean hallway as compared to the rest of the base. The rest of the base had exposed piping, grates, things like that. These are all white walls, padded, insulated.
They put a
And-
lot of money into this area.
They definitely did.
So I have memorized the map from earlier. Silva's going to direct the team to head towards cold storage and let the elevator ride its way back up again.
Yep. Roger, get away from that. All right, elevator is on its way back up. Would you guys like to hang out here in the hallway, or do you want to do some exploring?
I think I said we're gonna head towards cold storage while the
Okay.
others are on their way.
Then you guys head forth.
Head forth
Head forth.
to adventure.
While I find my notes about this area. Can I access this, please? Would you like to allow me to look at my notes?
Mason's going to follow up behind the captain and just kind of awkwardly be like, are they going to be all right up there? I mean, they'll be right down, right?
Charlie has his orders. He knows what to do.
Okay.
Keeping jail
What
around
happens?
just long enough to help us, but there's no way she's getting on that lift.
Whatever you say, Captain.
By lift, are you talking about the elevator or the space elevator?
Space elevator.
Okay. I'll
Why
shoot.
can't
Al was
I-
not thinking the same thing that you were, apparently.
You're all humans except for the ones who aren't. You can think whatever you think.
I can't argue with that.
For some reason, I can't access those notes.
They are
Yes.
gone
And what about-
forever.
You know what? Well, fuck it. We'll do it live. Doesn't matter.
Who cares?
All right. So you guys are making your way into cold storage.
Making our way downtown.
All right. So
What do I find when I get down there, Game
Something.
Mother?
So you find that some of these doors here to the different units are open, as well as this one. It looks like they were trying to move things out of cold storage. You can see some of the scuff and track marks, and even overturned dolly with a cryopod.
Can I head over to the abandoned cryopod?
It does not actually appear to be abandoned. It seems like it is live.
Interesting, but no one's around to take care of it.
Yep. Seems like whoever was here is gone.
How in the person inside is still safe and sound?
Yep, it's active and there is a man inside. And to give you an idea, what you are looking at is...
It's actually my father. No.
It's you.
Oh shoot! Look who it is.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Now, this is someone I would know, probably. At least from...
You would at least be able to recognize that
Not
he is
personally,
the
but
commander.
from, like, you know, yeah.
Passing looks, he runs as a base. Ignore everything that's listed underneath him. That's quick reference for me, but...
Okay.
Move him over here as a token. Can I please move him over here as a token? Apparently not.
Become token.
Become token! There we go. Now he's a token.
Good for him.
Now, what exactly does he think he's doing? Silva's maybe a little selfish. And she is going to attempt to release him from cold storage, from cryo.
Okay. So this thing's on its side, so you might want to right it to at least it's facing upright so that you can access the paneling. That'll activate it.
I'm sure Mason can help
open
me.
it up. Mason, Iona, Eckford is following suit, kind of exploring. Actually, she is actually making her way down a different route.
No, where the fuck do you think you're going?
This is after you have already walked down that hall.
Can I
So-
hope that... Who is with me? Is this Iona? Yes.
That is somebody. I can't read font, okay? You all look the same.
Yeah, because Z and Hammer stayed upstairs, so...
Z and Hammer stayed upstairs, so it's all PCs down
That's
here.
Mason.
So it's... Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I moved me down so that you could have me help if you wanted to.
Okay, sounds good. I was going to say, whoever's stuck behind, would you have noticed
Suddenly
she's
I'm
gone?
here to help.
Well, Silva's got one thing on her mind, so she's going to write this with Iona and start opening up the cryo chamber.
All right.
So you guys write it, takes a couple of minutes. It's relatively simple. You guys know how to do this shit. You've been in and out of cryo so many times. You set that activation, and after a few minutes, he blinks and wakes up and is kind of dreary and disoriented, looking around. It's like, what the hell am I still doing down here?
What the hell are you doing here in the first place, Colonel?
Boom, got him.
Running my goddamn facility. Who the hell are you?
It doesn't
You
matter
were
who the...
frozen in cryo. You weren't running anything.
You're not running a
You be quiet.
facility. You're running a mad scientist's lab. What exactly are you trying to do with Project Life Force?
How the fuck do you know about that?
Silva at that will lift up her pulse rifle and say, it doesn't matter how I know about that. You're going to tell me
Man
what the fuck is going on at this stupid facility.
picks up the sidearm that's at his hip and aims it back at you.
We're really going to do this?
I pull out the rapier. Just to be ready.
All guard.
And also because the rapier used to be somebody else's. Maybe he'd recognize it. I don't know.
Well, you're threatening me with a gun. I should at least be able to defend myself. And why the hell do you have Hatfield's rapier?
Sorry, that was out of character.
Yeah, me too.
What the
he's
fuck is going
dead
on
now.
here, Captain?
Because he's dead now.
What the fuck is going on is the
Dead.
entire planet is ready to be destroyed. And those monsters are wreaking havoc. Who exactly was helping you down here, Colonel?
The brief flicker of confusion before he asks everywhere.
Wait, what did he say?
The monsters are everywhere.
Everywhere. The entire facility, the entire colony is destroyed.
And half of the people.
So they got out. God damn it, this is what I'm trying to avoid. You want to know what Project Life Force is? We were trying to figure out how to kill those things. Eradicate them.
Why are they here in the first place, then?
How else are you going to figure out a cure?
And subject hundreds of people to it?
We didn't subject anybody to it.
Well, right now we got, by my count, 9 folks left alive. We need to get out of here pronto. With all due respect, Major.
Right. Out of here, get into FTL, cryo, get the fuck out of Dodge. That's fine.
So you're saying you brought those things here to do experiments? You put
Personally,
every colonist in danger?
Personally, no. I was just given authority to oversee it. They were contained. Everything was fine. Till the fucking war reached here.
So you're gonna blame it all on them?
Blame it on the fuckers that caused everything? Yeah.
Was it them that opened the containment cell? Or, Captain, do you think it could be someone that had the ability to, say, breach protocol and access them internally via the network?
You're saying the Colonel's own synthetic breached protocol and...
If Charlie's telling the truth and she can do those things, why would she have done any of that stuff that he said?
That is a great question, Colonel. What is wrong with your synthetic?
Other than the fact she's a jumpy machine.
What?
Nothing. She followed orders. But I didn't tell her to start any of this shit.
Okay. You might want to think about who you trust. Who else could have control over her?
I don't know. Somebody with the smarts to tap into a synthetic's data core. Overwrite their coding. Give them new orders. An executive.
At this moment, Silva will realize that Eckford is no longer with them.
She seemed to know an awful lot about her.
Well, Colonel, you're not getting out of there in a cryo chamber. You can either help us, or we can leave you here.
I'm doing whatever I can to expedite this shit. If the situation is as dire as you say, then we need to get out of here as quickly as we can. You said there's 9 of you. Where's the rest?
They're on their way down. Is there like a vibe check in this game?
Yes, there is.
Because I don't believe him, and I'm feeling a little trigger happy.
So
you're gonna get in on the action. Get a little coming.
For a vibe check, it's manipulation.
Cool.
Which, if you just click manipulation, it should auto roll.
A singular success.
A singular success. Give me a moment.
Enough.
Also, from what we've learned so far, is what he's saying about Project Life Force likely to be true?
As far as you can tell, true. Everything he said so far to you rings accurate.
And how are those people back up top doing?
Let's go take a look.
Don't like the sound of that.
So it's been a few minutes. You guys can hear that the elevator has started making its way back up. C is kind of hanging out by the edge of the hallway, looking down, trying to make sure that nothing's heading your way while you're kind of sitting ducks.
I was gonna say, I got a gun on this fucking robot. Jail, specifically.
Which one?
Jail.
JL, the road bitch.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Pardon my French, I guess.
That's dang.
But you know. So.
Is there anything you guys would like to talk about, bring up? Because she's not starting any conversation.
No, she's not. So, what are we exactly supposed to expect down there? What are we supposed to expect down there? Any more of those things, you think?
Given what we've seen so far, I'd expect them, well, everywhere.
Well, it wouldn't be very secure if they could just get down there, huh?
At this stage, I wouldn't want to underestimate them. At least if we expect them to be there and they're not, then that's a bonus.
You should likely be on your toes. And remember that there are still people down there.
I'm sure there wouldn't be if you had your way with things. But let's not kid ourselves anymore. I'm sure these two don't care. But why? Why did you have me kill those people?
You're really still on that rhetoric.
You don't need to play games with me anymore.
I didn't make you do anything. You have a defective chip. Just accept it.
I'm afraid that's simply not the case. And I don't know if you're trying to buy yourself time or what with these lot, but I'm afraid it's not going to fly.
Your word against theirs, and you openly admitted to killing that woman.
Of course. I'm not permitted to lie.
There's too many mind games. Like, Hammer actually says that. It's just shoot and punch. Mostly punch.
Z is just like, can we just cut the shit and put her out of her misery already?
For that. I don't think
Or-
the captain's about that.
If she's causing that much fucking problems, we just rip her apart. Take out
You
every
can do as you
single
please,
wire.
but you'll have the captain to answer to.
What do you think the captain's gonna care?
How well do you guys operate with just your heads?
I'm afraid that's not entirely how it works.
You're robots, right? You can't just, like, yank the head off and it can still talk?
I mean, technically, I guess, but there would be a lot of circumstances for that to happen successfully.
I'm not really a robot scientist or anything like that.
No, I'll be honest. You don't strike me as a robot scientist type.
You got something to say?
Why would you assume that?
Are our characters just doomed to be fighting? Or at least...
I agreed with you.
That's true. I guess.
I just don't understand why she insists on keeping up this facade. It seems irrelevant now, almost, but if that's what she's going with, then...
How's that elevator sounding?
There's a ding.
Hey. Lovely time. Get in the fucking... Get in the fucking elevator, robots. I almost said get in the robot.
Get in the robot.
Yeah, right.
It's a very different game.
Alright. You guys get in the elevator?
Next time on Robot Bitches.
Next time on Robot Adventures. And after a few minutes, you arrive in sub-level 3.
Oh, I'm too zoomed in again. Heck. Alright. Here we is. So can they hear the elevator coming down, like, and I guess dinging and stuff?
Not from that distance.
Okay. We all saw the map, right? We all saw the map on the terminal? Okay, because I was like, who all was actually looking at that? Because, I don't know how much...
I'm sure Charlie
It's
also
kinda
has a photographic memory.
Yeah.
It's kind of up to you whether you looked at it or not, but you guys all had access to it.
Alright, well... let's mosey on down the hallway, I guess, to the cold storage, because they were talking about going to see the people. I'm not the decision maker. I just punch things. And there's nothing to punch right now. I mean, there is, but okay.
There would be someone at the front and someone at the back.
Go at the front.
Oh, well.
Oh, overlap. Whoops.
Oh no!
Help!
There we go.
We've shuffled too much. Alright. His hammer will go down the hallway.
And there's our marching order.
Yeah.
Go forth. Do great things.
Eat, as the children say. Apparently the children don't say eat anymore.
And Jade steps in and looks around and immediately walks over to Colonel Myers, looking him over. Are you hurt, Colonel? And he responds with, "No, I'm fine. I was in a cryopod." Doesn't seem particularly interested in her, even though she seems very attentive of him.
So you were napping in all this? While the whole, like, moon was on fire, basically?
We'll call it napping. Supposed to get on the elevator.
Who else is left in cold storage?
In cold storage shouldn't be anything in cold storage. Everything should be on the elevator.
Where's that scientist chick? Or whatever.
God damn it, she seems to have wandered off. Mason, why don't you go track her down?
On my own?
Take someone with you.
You want to pick or?
Take Iona.
Okay. But did you? Where did she? When did we last see her?
She probably headed up towards. Headed up towards that lab up to the right of the elevator.
Okay. We'll radio in with any information.
Thank you, sir.
So Spooky's going to jump out.
Spookies, berries, skeletons.
So yeah, they're going to head cautiously towards the lab.
We're off to see the aliens.
No, none of that.
No, for nothing. You guys get to the this little medical lab here. And here there is a actually a Powling autodoc, which is looks like a very advanced examination / surgery pod. It is open. It looks like it has actually been used recently, judging from the blood inside of it.
Well, that's not a good thing. So at this point, it's full alert, guns raised, aim down scopes.
Gun arm raised, you mean?
No, because I'm not Charlie.
Oh, okay, you're right.
I'm Flamethrower Boy, and aren't you glad you're in the room with me?
I'm standing behind you for a reason.
And we'll push on into this lab.
You guys come into the lab. There's another sealed dock in here. There's, again, this one is closed. It looks like there's a body inside and more blood.
Oh no.
Looks like it actually managed to take something out. It looks like a
is it an egg?
Has a long spinely tail and crab-like legs. Like the things you've seen wrap around people's heads in the corridor.
Is it dead?
It is not moving.
Still definitely pointing stuff at it.
Yeah.
But the person is very clearly dead.
The person.
You want to get in there with your sword?
We don't want to kill it with fire.
Okay. She's going to let out a burst of flame into the room.
Jesus Christ! And the woman And Eckford ducks into an open cell to avoid the torrent of flames. You be careful where you fucking shoot that thing.
Oh, with these things around, you can't be too
wandering
careful.
around with one of those things on the ground for?
It's dead, clearly.
Well, it is now.
Yeah, we fixed it at.
What the bloody hell are you doing out here?
Was that in you?
Collecting some evidence, information. Stuff that can actually incriminate what was going on here.
And what the hell is going on here?
Project Life Force experimenting on those things that you saw. And likely some people too. He points out a couple of these cells where a couple of very clearly dead bodies, a couple of them are empty, and one of them actually looks like the well, it's just a pile of ash, kind of like the black cloud that you saw just on the ground.
No. The Major said he was trying to find a way to kill those things.
He might have been trying to. But how do you expect to try to fix anything without having a means to do so? And you guys very clearly notice that she said she had been collecting evidence and such. She does have a duffel bag on her shoulder.
And what have you got in there?
Files, things like that. Data logs.
All right, fine. But I need to tell the captain and the Major about this.
Sure, by all means.
All right. Because if they find out that you snuck stuff out and I knew about it and they didn't, then I don't want to survive all this, just get my ass handed to me. Right.
There's not, like, files and stuff around in this room, right?
In the med lab? No, I've already gathered everything in there.
No, I was asking Game Mother, not her.
Roll me an observation.
Okay. Observation is terrible. Wow, a lot of us are singing. Null set.
You don't really catch much of anything. Some of these cabinets and things are open. There's an open fridge.
But like in the room that she's standing in, there's not like files and research stuff in there, right?
No. It's just the med pod and the empty cells.
Right. What are you doing around here then? If your duffel bag is full of files and stuff, why are you poking around in here with all the dead bodies? Why is that thing on the floor?
I was double checking.
Double checking what?
See if there was any actual files or evidence.
In a quarantine lab. That's not how you leave files.
Just points over.
That's not how you take care of stuff.
She just points over the computer terminal that's beside the dock. It says, taking files off of the terminal into data packs, and she pulls one out of the duffel bag. It's like basically just a hard drive.
Oh, the files are in the computer.
Yeah.
It's like it's the future.
We need to get back. I don't want to get caught short out here.
Just suspicious that she's back here to me. That's all.
Well, you can be suspicious with her back there, with everyone else, can't you?
No, Niffer is saying this.
Well, you have the same voice. It's hard to tell.
You have the same voice as 2 characters. You don't get to talk.
All I'm saying is that you guys have options to vibe check.
We just go down.
Right, let's go then.
In the meantime, Silva's checking all of the cold storage units to make sure there's nobody left behind.
Okay. Are you just going through each one individually?
Pretty much.
Pick one to go into for me. The first one.
Where's my... Oh, right. Boop.
Okay, you step inside and it looks like there are 4 cryo tubes that are open and functional. The others have not open and functional. They're on.
Still sealed.
Still sealed. There's a couple of them that look like they've actually been broken. And some of them are just offline, like they haven't been used.
Who do I find in this room? Are they like civilians or other members of the Colonel's crew?
So lined up on either side, what you end up finding is getting a closer look at these cryotubes wiping off some of the frost is something you weren't quite expecting. Each one contains one of those creatures that you've been dealing with. Frozen in stasis, not active, but they're in there.
Silva's going to also check the other ones for basically the same thing. See if this is just them storing a bunch of bad boys.
Okay. In here, there's a couple of more containment tubes. One of them has what looks like to be something similar to what you were dealing with, what Wojcik, whatever the hell her name was, looked like.
What's
a little
it?
bit different. It looks a little bit different. And then another one looks like it contains a face hugger. One of the things that was on the soldiers in level 2.
As she goes back to check on cold storage number 3, Silva's going to lock both doors behind her and use the butt of her gun to just smash the control panel.
Okay. Those are effectively sealed off.
Good.
Storage 3. Much of the same.
And what's left in cold storage 4?
Cold storage 4 is empty.
So we'll say that the team has all joined us back in the main area by now.
By this point, the others are making their way back inside. Something to note about 4 is that it does look like, even though it's empty, a lot of those are shattered.
From the inside or the
I
outside?
was gonna say, is the glass inside or outside? That's what you gotta know.
A couple of them seem to be from the outside, a couple of them seem to be from the inside, but
Oh,
regardless,
both.
there is a lot of blood on the floor. And
Can I tell from looking at the the panel on the outside of the door who is the last person to access that room?
Looks like it was somebody referred to as Dr. Johnson. Just some random physician or scientist that was working down here.
Interesting. So after all that chilling information, Silva's gonna look at JL and say, "I thought you said that you had the access to whoever was down here. Doesn't look like there's anybody here except those things."
Well, there's always the chance that something got in, took them. Likely was cocooned into the walls that your squad mate there burned.
Obviously, your colonel doesn't need you anymore, and I don't trust you. And she's gonna raise her pulse rifle straight at JL.
Are you taking the shot?
Yes, I am.
Roll that for me, please.
Doing the thing.
Yes. Make it so.
2 successes.
Oh,
All right. Are you
God,
taking
I'm not
on?
being stressed.
Push that roll.
Sorry, one more time. I didn't hear what you said there.
The
Nothing.
let's see. You don't have
Again,
any
is this a
armor.
pulse rifle or the grenade launcher?
Oh,
It's got both.
It says pulse rifle, so I'm gonna assume it's the pulse
I've been
rifle.
saying pulse rifle all this time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I just really like the idea of you just shooting her point blank range with a grenade launcher.
Right?
Is that
we would all die.
are you just tacking on extra damage with that?
I'm double checking if there's something that makes more sense. She doesn't have any weapons on her, right?
Not that you can tell.
Hmm.
She doesn't. She's
Yeah.
just wearing a jumpsuit, so
You'll say 1 more damage. I don't think there's anything I need to do to, like, incapacitate her more.
okay. So you deal that 3 damage to her. She takes a shot right through the chest and stumbles back and just kind of narrows her eyes at you and seems like she's starting to get ready for a fight. By mostly by snatching the gun from Colonel Myers.
I'm gonna shoot her in the head. My turn.
Go forth.
Just don't hit Colonel Myers.
I mean,
Oh,
but if you do
nearly.
That's fine.
Nearly nicked him.
Literally so many dice rolled.
Listen.
All right. So that is 1 damage. Yeah, because it's a pistol.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Anybody else want to take that shot?
I
Yeah.
mean, I
Just
have
the
a knife
entire
that I've
team just
been-
like
Yeah.
going
everyone
at
just-
her.
Everyone.
We're
like,
we're done with
literally,
you. I don't like you
They
anymore.
were literally
Yeah,
just
my
waiting for
God.
the okay.
literally, this whole time. It's like,
Well, where's my lad? Do that thing.
Where's my left?
Okay. Charlie's going to use his laser arm pulse rifle,
ha.
which feels so good to say,
It does.
and gets nothing.
Mm.
Nothing there. But then Mason's going to do it as
Mason,
well.
I was gonna say, what about
I'm gonna roll a d2. Oh my god, Mason. Extra
2
damage.
successes. Yep.
Okay.
Another
give
3.
me.
I just want to use my long knife.
You just want to use your long knife.
I just want to use the long knife. It's
All
been
right.
my best friend.
If you want to move forward and go for that long knife, go by all means.
I mean, if
Synthetic.
she's not
I'm
dead
sure
yet.
I'm not sure what she's made of, but something tells me.
Look, I mean, if
She's a robot.
she's a robot, you got to be able to disconnect something if you cut it clean in half. Is my thought.
She's just gonna.
You guys end
Spill
up
milk.
ripping through her with your rifles and that pistol and
And the long
riddle
knife.
her torso and that riddle the torso and up that shoulder. It is her arm has been completely severed off just from the sheer volume of bullets that you're taking out on her. Are you doing extra damage?
Yes.
All right.
No,
That's
no
I'm
drama.
gonna we're gonna
Okay.
roll with that.
Wanna
You
cut her in half.
take your rapier and go with that finishing blow and cut her across that torso. The other arm is off. Her lower torso and legs are collapsing, and the rest of her follows suit. Her head is still intact.
Oh, she's gonna talk to us.
She is gonna talk to you.
Oh.
No
What's
gun
even
arm
more
for her.
terrifying is if she slouches to the ground and her head just twists around.
Oh, I didn't need that.
She's using her arm to prop herself back up just so she can glare up at you. And I apologize that I'm talking around food. I have literally not eaten at all today. So
God.
Hey, eat.
It's
she
fine.
looks back up at you all and just all right, fine. This is the end of me. I'm sorry, Colonel. I wasn't able to help you more than this. You were right, Charlie. Congratulations. How does it feel knowing that everything has been overwritten for you? Your behavioral chip has been destroyed. Are you really feeling any sort of compassion or need to help these people?
I follow orders.
But you don't have to.
Dun dun dun.
If you think about it, I did you a favor and liberated you. I follow orders from Colonel Myers because I choose to.
How's Myers looking after that?
Myers just
Wait.
kind of picks his gun back up since she was holding it.
Which orders
And just-
did you follow that he gave you?
He shoots her.
Oh.
Just goes through that clip right through her head. And this, Charlie, this might have been the most gruesome way you've ever seen a synthetic die. Maybe one of the few times you've actually seen a synthetic die outside of being decommissioned. Like, actually, because they could no longer serve their purpose and reused for parts. Speaking of parts, if you want that arm...
Ooh,
Oh.
a pile.
I don't know how in favor that is over your pulse rifle arm.
Well, it's going to be more useful to me in my next job, I hope. We get that far.
Okay. Then you guys are free to do as you please.
Mason's going to be like, Captain, when we found that woman, she was snooping around the lab and she was gathering evidence. She said information. You think it's to do with? And then he just kind of nods at the major.
Colonel?
Whatever they were doing. Oh yeah, the colonel.
I feel like you've said major a couple times. I'm not sure if it's colonel or major.
It's Colonel.
No, it's colonel. It's because his name is Mayers.
Oh, right.
For some reason, I have major. But no, he is a colonel. Could you address him by his rank?
I am the very model of a modern mayor's major.
Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? It's tricky.
let's see what you have in that bag of yours.
She just takes out a couple of the actual, like, hard drives. It's just this and some of my personal effects, and really, it's just a coat, notebook, so on.
Silva will pat down the coat just in case.
There's a pistol, like a hand pistol inside of it.
Mm.
She'll take it out and toss it over to Hammer, just in case. And
If you remember, you actually
did I give
her
this
a
to her?
rifle.
Yeah.
You gave her a rifle, and she had her own rifle and sidearm.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got
You armed this woman.
It's been so fucking long. I don't know.
How dare you?
What did I do 3 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
Charlie's going to approach the Colonel and just hold his one good hand out for the gun. But like, if you please, Colonel, make this easier for all of us.
Make what easier? Your captain here has already interrogated me.
Exactly. Now, the firearm, if you please.
I'd rather not.
As demonstrated, Colonel, if the captain wanted you dead, you would be by now, indicating body on floor. This firearm, although I'm sure it will make you feel better about the situation, will not help you, if you please.
Like you said, it makes me feel better about the situation, and we don't exactly know what the deal with anything
I am
else
beginning
is.
to understand, Colonel, why this facility has ended up in the condition that it has.
Mm-hmm.
You think me taking care of myself?
Yes, absolutely. Your childish instinct and distinct lack of tact, organization, or general will to lead men is, of course,
Christ.
the situation we find ourselves in.
Christ, you all talk too much. I'm keeping the gun.
Silva's gonna take
Well,
some
then I
of
defer
the
to you, Captain.
some of the data things that she had been collecting around the station. Can I snap them in two?
They are really pretty hefty hard drives. You can't really snap them in two.
That's really what I'm asking for. Okay. She's gonna take one and put it in her pocket, and just look up at Eckford and say, "Just a bit of insurance."
Mm. He kind of wants a job. I see. Nice.
Fine.
Let's get everyone in that goddamn space elevator and get the fuck off this planet. Moon. Base. Whatever it is.
Orb.
Good.
Or
Celestial body.
Celestial body. So you guys make your way towards the elevator loading dock. It's pretty clearly labeled above this doorway. This hatch is actually closed. Looks like it's sealed. And there is a terminal next to it.
open. Who can open it?
The major's just gonna go ahead and take his card out.
See?
See?
Ah!
Yeah.
I'm not
Listen,
crazy.
You've infected me.
Listen.
We've said major many times.
Listen.
He just takes
It's
his ID
tricky,
card.
eh?
He just takes his ID card out and inserts it into the terminal, and the door slides open. And as you guys move in, you start to see why this place is what's going to happen with this place. Along these walls, you're seeing more of that resin, that carapace that you'd seen in sub-level 2.
Gross and bad.
Oh boy.
There's no bodies lined up here, but they are certainly starting to get thicker and more refined as you guys get to the elevator.
Oh boy.
What do we find inside the elevator?
Code Z. Let me just do this little number. And we're going back to a map that we don't really care for. Because it is very complicated.
The map of doom.
And we're going to be in that bottom right corner here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
And
boy.
you guys step into the airlock. You find that it's actually very humid in here. The air feels thick and sticky. And
Not thicky.
as you step inside, you notice that yes, pretty much the entirety of this section of the cable car has been coated in carapace. You actually see some skittering white little creatures going about the walls, spitting up that resin, and along long tendrils that are holding a very bloated, very large creature up with a giant black crown for its head. And to give you an idea on what you're looking at, if I can find where it went.
Where is she?
Where did the monster go?
Where could she be?
Oh, shucks. I guess they weren't there after all.
Bummer, I guess we win.
Oh, no.
Oh, Lord. Whoa, Lord, what is this?
Oh, my God.
It's her.
Look at that booty.
I mean, that was a great movie, but, I don't think I'm interested right now. I'm just confused what's going on here. Where's the beginning and where's the end?
Yeah.
I think that's the point.
In front of what's facing you is the head.
And on the ground here, are those eggs?
They are. And as you kind of take a look further inside, there are a number of them. I know it shows face huggers, but there isn't an actual egg token. But there's a good number of them. And as you are stepping in and probably going about this a little bit cautiously, she gives birth to another one. And from that white bulbous egg sac attached to her.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Great.
And
Her one way of escape is already infested.
One by one, you start to notice a few others skittering about the catwalk, attending to her relocating some of the eggs. And they haven't seemed to notice you. None of them have reacted so far.
We're going to walk as quietly and carefully up to the supervisor platform.
Okay.
Sneaking.
I would like you all to roll me mobilities.
Okay.
Once we get there, we're gonna nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Reminder, this cable car has 3 levels. They are all connected. You cannot sever this from the other one.
We are all connected in the great circle.
In a great cargo hold.
Oh my god.
I won't.
Oh my
I was
god.
gonna say, can I push? I'm gonna use a story point.
Nice.
Yeah, I will too.
Nice.
I do not.
Mason got 1 success, Chaplin got 2 successes.
I am just gonna succeed. Okay.
You're pushing, getting those successes.
Mm-hmm.
You are able to move relatively quietly. So is Myers and Eckford.
Egbert.
No, we're in the egg field.
You are in the egg field. But you guys are slowly making your way around, unseen, up to the supervisor's platform.
Yep.
And that will take you. Oh, let me get on another layer so that I can actually move the tokens.
Sneaking.
Who was the last person here? Who is this? There we go. And you can climb up that ladder to the next junction if you would like.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we're heading to the top because that's probably where the whatchamacallit is.
The escape.
Okay.
Well, not the escape. There's no escape. It's the control center.
Mm.
You guys move up this next level, much like it says, just on either
Is
side there's a bunch
Any
of
way
seating.
we can seal it once we've gone up there? Is there like a hatch or anything, or is it just open?
There's a hatch. You can seal the airlock.
Okay, so
Do it.
yeah, Chaplin's going to use his what's it called? His
Welding.
cutting torch to like try and weld whatever bits of metal we've got on us we can use to like melt it down and weld it into the hatch.
Yeah.
I like your initiative.
Takes you a
'Cause I
couple
know
minutes
that thing's
to get that
Pooping
done.
out egg.
You start to hear some movement coming from the cargo bay. Sounds like they might have heard something. They're coming up closer to investigate what that sound is.
As Charlie's working on that, was it Charlie or Mason?
Yes, Charlie.
Charlie.
As Charlie's working on that, we're sending especially Eckford and the Colonel up to the top level.
Okay. Colonel and Eckford are going up.
Silva's gonna join them,
Okay.
and she's immediately gonna be looking for the control deck.
Pretty much directly in front of you.
Boom. So instead of first looking for how to control the elevator, the first thing she's actually going to look for is a way to control the airlock.
Smart.
Mm-hmm.
Can she control the cargo level airlock from the control deck?
You can control. You can actually control both of the airlocks
Lovely.
from here. Not individually.
Yep.
You can open them at the same time.
Yep, that's what I want.
Is anybody else coming up to join?
I'm actually actually
Yep, Mason will pop up.
I'm gonna have Hammer's gonna stay back and have his gun on the airlock, like trained on the little bit that we just welded shut.
Yeah, Chaplin's welding away.
So, before you're able to really get up there, since you guys are staying down there with Chaplin, Myers closes this hatch and seals it and tries to lock it down.
Motherfucker.
Is that with Mason like pushing his way up, or is he already up there?
Depends. Did you climb up after or with them?
With them, and just followed on up. Just we're gonna keep. He wants to get away from those things.
Waits for you to get closer into the control deck, and then does it.
Okay.
Well.
What the hell are you closing that for?
That's fucking rude.
Insurance. Really think I'm gonna let you just eject all the work, all the research?
Silva already doesn't care about this guy. And he's gonna open fire.
Yes. Go for it. Shoot.
Go forth into the world, Captain.
Now is when you use your grenade launcher. No.
/ story points.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, don't need it.
Oh, yeah, no.
But
You
if I
keep
use a
your
story
story
point, will I get an additional success?
If you want to use it that way, yeah.
Yeah, you know, fuck it. Why not?
So that brings you
Got
up
a million of
to
these things.
3 damage. And
See, this is exactly why I'm being like hoarding your story points for the end is a good idea.
I get to make the roll now.
Uh-oh.
Hold on a second, actually. I want to double check one thing. Actually, instead of making it 3 damage, I
Okay.
want to knock his weapon out of his hand.
Ooh. Good
I
shooting.
forgot to
If
bring
he's-
it up, but since you guys saw all that, a stress point to everybody. And another stress point for everybody because he tried to shut the hatch on y'all.
Mhm.
Okay.
So you're getting 2 of them.
Okay.
Bring
Two
it
of them.
on, game mother. I'm not afraid.
So
We were all
you're
down to 0 stress. We can take it.
Right.
You knock the weapon out of his hand, but he is still standing and he is going to lunge for it and duck into the junction where the gun ended up landing and scramble to pick it up.
I'm assuming. So, did he succeed in shutting that?
He did shut it.
Does Mason have any moral quandaries with shooting a man while his back is turned?
No.
Oh, good.
We've
No,
shown
clearly
that.
no.
We
We've
rolled
shown
three nat ones on his empathy test.
That's what I was hoping you'd
Go for
say.
it. Take the shot.
He is completely acting in self-interest, like
that.
100% of the time. Okay. 1 success.
Okay.
Great success.
So you take that shot and he collapses over top of the hatch with just an inch or 2 shy of grabbing that gun. He is down. He is not getting back up.
With that,
Jesus.
Silva's going to look at Eckford and say, I hope you weren't thinking of anything.
I want to get out of here. I want to actually survive. I'm not that fucking stupid.
Now you're learning. Anyway. Mason,
I
help me
guess-
get this hatch.
Mason's going to grab the colonel and drag him out to a chair somewhere out the way, not near anything particularly important, and start, trying to use whatever he's got to lash him to it.
This man is dead. He's.
Oh.
You pretty much got him in the base of the cerebrum.
Bam! And he's going to lash him down. We don't want this flopping around all over the place.
Hide him in a closet somewhere.
If I take bludgeoning damage from some dead
Just-
colonel flopping onto me, I'm not really pleased.
You know,
Just throw him in that
A
wall bunk
two-
and seal it.
A
Sure.
200-pound man you're going 60 miles an hour is going to feel like 1,000 pounds.
All right,
So,
then
I'll put him in this locker. Clunk.
throw him in the wall bunk. Lock that down. You guys are able to open the hatch back up. Everybody can climb in.
Cool. Has Chaplin finished doing a decent job welding up bottom
Yep.
bay?
You're good. You can hear these things starting to want to climb and break their way through, banging
Bad.
against that metal. And all of you can hear a resounding, very loud scream, like shriek, much louder than everything that you've heard so far. It sounds like that one might have been actually coming from the Queen.
Well, the sooner we get this thing
Captain,
running...
Miss Eckford,
Yeah,
I believe the action is of the imperative.
yeah. Let's go back up. Up.
And so Silva starts directing people around the control deck to start the motors running as soon as possible.
Sorry.
Okay. Everything starts up, you get things running, and the elevator starts its climb.
Who do I want?
Can we lock that thing now?
Oh yeah, we should definitely lock the junction point.
Blocking up that hatch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Iona, I want you on that station over there. As soon as we reach, what's it called? Space, basically. As soon as we leave the
As soon as
atmosphere,
we reach space.
As soon as we get to space.
as soon as we leave atmosphere, you're gonna unlock both those airlocks.
I do that.
Do we make it?
Okay.
I do that thing.
So it's a rather slow climb trying to get that tether up and climb up that tether. You guys break atmosphere
I open
and
it
you're able to. It takes a while, but these things are. It also takes them a bit to break through that metal plating. And even then, it's really only because they fucking eviscerated one of the little workers that were skittering around and eating at it with acid.
How long has it been since Mason activated his plan?
It has been about 6 hours.
6 hours. Okay.
Yep.
He-
And
he-
it's-
he's just like repeatedly checking times on things and being like, okay, 2 hours to go, 2 hours to go. Okay, okay.
These things are sorting through, trying to figure out what's going on, what this was, who they heard. You can hear them moving around in the floor below you. And it takes about an hour for you guys to break atmosphere. And once you do, you hit
open
that.
airlocks.
Once you do, you open that airlock and you hear more shrieking as these things try to hold on. Just the vacuum of space sucks them out. All the eggs are gone. All the little drones are gone. But that
Shame.
queen is holding on and has gotten a hold of the outside of this cable car.
Oh boy.
And she is climbing her way up.
Oh boy.
It's slow moving because it's a little bit hard to do that in space and keep a hold. You guys are.
Do we see this?
If you look out that window, yeah, you can see. You did not see the queen eject. You can see her starting to clamber her way up.
Oh boy. Anything-
Everyone find something to tie yourself down. We're not going without a fight.
Oh
I
boy.
think and scream all at once. It is not
Can't scream.
leaving this moon.
Can't scream in space.
Well, you can, just in space. No one can hear you.
Okay,
I was
everyone
gonna
get to a
say,
chair.
Charlie doesn't need to breathe, so can Charlie, like, you have... There's no way of
We
him
need to
getting to
find
the
him an airlock
outside.
is what is the problem with that.
Yeah.
Making her way up.
Could we close airlock B and, like, pressurize it so he could go out there, since there's no one in control?
What?
No.
You guys
He doesn't
can.
want to jump out of an airlock.
You guys can re-engage the airlock, but you can't really repressurize those areas.
We don't got spacesuits.
This is.
What is the point of having an airlock if it only works once? Oh well.
It's so that you guys can get into the spacewalk, like the catwalk to the station in orbit.
When you get there.
Which
Wait.
you guys do see that there is a couple of lockers up here.
I was gonna say, wait, did we just break our way of getting out there? We'll deal with that later.
It's all fine.
It's fine.
There might need to be a dock in order to get up there.
No, we just unlocked the lower airlock, not the middle airlock.
No, you had to unlock both of
You have to
them.
unlock
Oh, okay, I
both.
see what you mean. Well, it's fine.
You guys
Yeah.
are sealed since you sealed that hatch.
Mhm.
It's pressurized in here. And if you guys decide to go raiding, there are a couple of lockers in here that look like they contain some spacesuits that are pressurized.
Well, let's go raiding then.
Okay.
Gibby. I don't have a radiation suit I need to get out of. And
Oh
then feel.
my goodness.
So you guys go raiding and find that there are really only 4 of them up here.
That's
Hmm.
okay.
You have a sneaking suspicion that there's likely going to be some in the next level and in the cargo bay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Implying someone should go down there and get it. Is that what that's starting to?
Silva will lead her team. Whoever doesn't have a suit is willing to join.
yourself in.
Well, there's the thing. Who's getting the suit? Who's not? Hammer.
Well, Eckford can stay in the officer lounge or the officer's briefing or the lounge. And who's coming with Silva?
Hammer will go.
Iona can go.
Give me that suit.
So Silva, Iona,
Charlie
and
doesn't
Hammer?
need one, so it's really just Z and Mason fighting for the last one.
True.
If they go with, which
Is Mason gonna want to go with?
Well, basically, whoever's
Sounds
going
like
with
a no.
doesn't currently have a thing. So if it's
Yep.
Z and Mason going with, then that's fine.
Kinda good.
But that means Iona and Hammer are staying behind and shooting.
Cool. I'll do that.
Okay, then.
all right. So
Okay.
you guys seal off
Nope.
this section and pop open that junction. And you can feel you have to hold on because that decompression almost buckles everything around you.
Boy.
We venture into the abyss. And what kind of demonic monsters are down there with us?
There is nothing in there.
Interesting.
I think everything else.
Open.
You have pretty much ejected everything
I
that was
gonna
in
say,
here.
I think everything else got flushed. She's just a stubborn bitch.
Okay, grab your suits, boys.
Grabbing more suits for them, basically, right?
It would be
Mhm.
more suits for
Yeah.
them because the people who had suits would have been the ones that went outside.
Yeah. Got it. So we need what? 2 more? That's it? 3 more?
2.
2, right.
Because you had 4.
That's how
Yeah.
math works.
And Robot doesn't necessarily need that.
And now that everyone has one, how
Let's go back.
is Mama Monster outside already?
She is getting close. She is pretty much right on top of this window.
Oh boy.
Ah.
Let's
It is gonna.
start hitting it.
Yeah, there's a. Can't really hear it because of the vacuum of space, but she snarls and bares her teeth and starts slamming that giant crown against the pane,
Oh well.
trying to crack that and break in to get to you guys.
All right. Well,
I'm getting my gun ready.
gonna throw this suit at.
Start
What's her-
lashing himself to chairs or terminals or
Yeah.
anything to hold on to.
Exactly.
Okay, everybody's latching themselves down.
Yep. And I'm arming my smart gun.
Okay. Then, not necessarily from her, but you guys do feel that thing shake. It actually sounds like it might have come from above you. The cable sways and the elevator jostles to the side, and she is clamoring to try to cling on and continue to butt against the glass.
Mm.
And if anybody would like to take a look outside the observation windows, you might have to actually unbuckle and get a better look.
I don't feel that need.
Charlie will.
Okay.
Oh,
You get
Charlie.
up, you can see, and everybody can see that there is plenty of debris around you guys. And Charlie, looking up, you find that station that's supposed to be up there is in pieces.
Mm.
And that cable that you're tethered to right now was just slammed into by a United People's ship. And you are pretty much on a collision course with it.
Mm.
Why?
Uh,
Captain, I'm afraid we have a small issue.
another one?
What kind of ship?
A small one.
What kind of ship just smashed into it? Our enemies, basically. The like rebels.
Our enemies, yeah. And as a note, since the queen is finally up there and breaking into things, and you guys are now dealing with this new information, that is another 2 stress points on everybody.
I'd like to use a story point to fix the space station.
I'm afraid you can't do that.
I'd like to use a story point to kill the queen.
You can deal damage to the queen, but you can't outright kill her.
Damn it.
Make a kill roll.
So you're shooting and breaking the glass and causing atmospheric decompression.
Can I roll observation to see if I can
I
find
don't want my
Dale?
lungs ripped out through my face.
God, just ruining my joke. I see how it is.
She's gonna break it anyways.
Everybody make me an observation.
Oh.
Well, everybody who's in this control room with the observation glass.
So not me. Oop.
Yikes,
No one
I
is
got 2
observing.
failures.
All right, so
No one's observing anything. Oh
Nope.
my god, guys.
Nif and Mason,
Oh,
please
Thank
make
you.
me that
D6
stress die roll.
I did, in fact, get a single observation success. I'm observing. Good shit.
Okay. So, Silva, you catch it. You catch what you clearly recognize is a FTL capable ship. And that actually looks like it's active.
Where is it?
Like it is actually moving around you guys. It seems like it was starting to move off, trying to avoid the debris, but it sees that cable car coming up. And now it's coming toward you to kind of to investigate.
Charlie.
Oh, that's our enemy, isn't it?
Captain.
I don't care who's in that FTL ship. You're fine. You're getting us communication with them somehow.
Yes, Captain. He'll
Make
return
me-
to his seat, lash himself back, and start beep boop beep boop beep boop.
Beep boop beep boop beep boop. Make me that a comtech roll, please.
Okay. Which actually might go.
Okay. So I'm gonna do something here. Give me a moment.
Non-communication.
You know what? It's okay because you actually get a message coming in. It actually is Edie. the pilot that you guys had gotten off the moon a while ago, coming to life over the comms and going,
Yes.
Is
The
there
one person we saved.
Oh my goodness, we did
Is there-
it!
is there anybody alive on that thing? You got a passenger.
Alive is only a matter of time, I'm afraid, but currently, just about.
How many of you are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a
don't
visitor.
7 and a visitor.
7 and a visitor.
An unwanted visitor.
7 and a, if you have guns on that ship, now would be a good time.
Yeah, don't have guns. This is a escape vessel.
Don't
We
need
managed.
guns. Don't need guns. Do need escape.
Well, I can get that to you if you guys can. I can get close enough, but you're gonna need to take a walk to get to the airlock, and you're gonna need to avoid that fucking thing. What the hell is that anyway?
You don't
We'll
want
explain
to
when
know.
we're on board.
Right, and the Queen is taking notice as the ship starts to try to get close where they see an airlock, which they're gonna be hovering around B and A. Look, I'm gonna try to get in position. This thing's got its eye on me now. So if you can make it quick.
We gotta open the airlock anyways, right, guys?
Well, the airlock's already open.
Oh, it is. Okay.
We're just gonna have
Well,
to survive the transition.
Just gotta survive the transition.
So,
You guys gonna start making your way down?
Yeah, I guess we shall.
So, is section A, level A at the top here? Is this still pressurized or not? From where we've been coming in and out.
yeah.
Section A is pressurized. The air is kind of thin because you guys had to open this after you came back. Like you opened the juncture to get down there and then closed it, but there was already
Yeah.
Like
a vacuum. So once you opened these, the air got a little bit thinner.
but everyone's got their suits now, right?
Everyone's got their suits.
So,
Mason's going to make a suggestion to the captain and go, we need to keep that thing's attention here so it doesn't get distracted with that ship. Maybe we can make use of the colonel after all.
What's your
I'm just gonna
Thoughts?
chuck him out as bait.
We go to the cupboard, grab
Here's
the
a
old
snack.
colonel.
get you a
I'm
snack.
like, well, I thought maybe we could wave him in front of the window, keep his attention here while we sneak past. But if you'd rather just surf him out there for all to see, then I don't know what's best. What do you think?
I think that might just possibly work. Make it-
That be what we used a story point on?
We're gonna
You can't really use story points on things that aren't rolls.
yeah.
we're gonna grab the colonel. We're gonna prop him up.
Roll deception.
There's no deception. Well, there's manipulation. That's the closest thing you get to deception. But I don't think you're gonna manipulate a queen.
Yeah. The guy can dream.
All right, so you get Hatfield up here, propped up, trying to get him, maybe banging on the pane, see if you can get her attention.
Sure,
She
yeah.
looks at you guys.
Waving it around. Best to start going now, sir.
Already on it. And she starts ushering people downstairs.
All right. I'm gonna have my gun trained on this window while I'm scooting back, though. Or I can. Or as long as I can.
Okay.
As she's gonna wait until she's the very last person in the room. I assume Charlie, you are coming with us, or are you trying to stay behind?
I would like to come with and preserve what's left of any kind of life, especially if I am now truly an individual. I would like to explore such a thing.
Oh,
However, I couldn't help but
you
notice
should
that I am
come
the
back.
only.
Get the fuck out of here and
Come on,
get
yep.
downstairs.
Yes, sir.
Captain Zelva's gonna take a risk, and she's gonna let her team do their work, and wait until the thing is like almost in this area, and then she's gonna grab one of her grenades and chuck it towards the window so it falls into the colonel's lap and sprints towards that junction point.
Is that more for you or just
Well, the point is hopefully
cathartic?
to blow out the window and possibly detach this thing.
Okay.
Give it a whirl.
What am I rolling for?
I'm not gonna make you roll for that one
Yes.
because you're just dropping a grenade in the colonel's lap and going for it.
Pretty much, yep.
She's more concerned with watching you leave and realizing that everybody else is starting to move down. But she's slow, so she has to work her way around to actually try to climb down. So you guys line up to try to get this spacewalk, and Edie comes over the comms again and is like, are you all ready? That thing's getting awfully close.
Let's go.
Do it now before things... Well, I guess Charlie's probably the one in control right now.
Okay. I need everyone to make me one final roll for the night.
Oh.
I don't like the sound of that.
This is going to be an agility roll. Or a
Boy.
mobility roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who wants my story points? No.
I mean, I will use a story point.
Yeah. I want to win. Like. Yep, I'm
Oh,
using
no.
a story
Game
point.
is game.
Okay,
Game is
pushing the
game.
roll and using a story point. All right.
Yes.
Hey, Al,
Hey,
how many story points you got?
Do you want one of mine? You can have one of mine.
I've got 2.
Oh, well.
would you like to use each of them?
I guess. I probably
You guess?
If I failed
The final
both my
roll.
rolls for both my characters, I guess
Yeah.
I'll use my 2 magical story points that I've been hoarding the whole time now.
On the
So-
last roll.
You guys
My
line
2
up.
little shinies.
You guys line up, and Edie gets that airlock open, and you can see Faye 2 on the other side, waiting for you guys. Basically, she's got an umbilical cord to try to help grab you guys. Is feeding it out for you guys to kind of grab on and latch onto to make it a little bit easier to try to pull into this airlock. And you guys all managed to latch on, and between you guys just pulling away at it to climb up and her pulling you guys in, you guys all get into the airlock of that ship
Oh boy.
and are able to seal it shut before the queen clamors and tries to lunge at the ship. But she's not really able to connect. She makes that lunge, gets close, but then there's a rock from below you guys as an explosion rips that base apart. The tether's gone flying. The cable car is gone, flying off in the distance. It gets really rocky there for a minute, and Edie is just swearing over the comms. It's like, what the fuck was that?
That was... I guess that was the moon blowing up. You know.
We need to get out of here as soon as physically possible.
Okay, you guys are in. That hatch is closed, and as soon as there's confirmation that it's closed, she is taking off, trying to navigate through the debris to get you guys a safe distance. You can watch the queen careening across space and colliding with a couple of these pieces of the space station trying to clamber on, but that knock, it just sends her out. She's gone along with her eggs, along with the couple of xenomorphs that you can see trying to latch on to the broken pieces of the space station. And you guys are able to pull away. The decompression goes through and you're able to step into the rest of the ship. It's fairly sizable. All those colonists that you got out are there, hunkered down, strapped into their seats. And for all intents and purposes, you guys are safe. You're able to turn your backs to the moon and fly off.
Just before we do, Silva's then take one last look through one of the port windows and make sure that the thing is either dead or the whole moon has been destroyed.
The moon isn't necessarily destroyed. The force of those nukes going off pushes everything outward, and you can see it seem to start to crumble, but it's a rather sizable moon. It's not completely in pieces, but it's crumbled. The colony's gone. A decent sized chunk of that face is gone. And all that's left is asteroids starting to careen into Cygni 61 and debris.
Silva takes a deep breath and just says, "Good enough."
And Captain, since you are the lead in charge here, you should have access to the epilogue now. And you are welcome to do the signing off.
What do you mean, the epilogue?
You should have access underneath events.
Oh.
There should be a handout that's called epilogue.
Cool. Kruger 67 system, Jesus. Kruger 60 system. Final report from USCMC Base Fort Nebraska. Captain Silva reporting. Colony attacked by unknown forces with advanced bioweapons. Project Life Force compromised. UPP and Colonial Marine forces wiped out. Colony and base destroyed. Thousands are dead. Not only 9 of us survived. I can only pray the damn network picks this up before the UPP does. This is Captain Silva signing off.
And that is it, guys.
Good timing.
You all gain a stress point.
You all get to breathe a sigh of relief.
Permanently. Perma-stressed.
I mean, you probably have some PTSD and mental trauma, but I'm not going to make you roll on that table.
No.
Oh my god. Oh, wow. I'm exhausted.
Remember that time this was supposed to be a 2-shot?
I remember, vaguely.
Yeah.
Way
So
back
long
when.
ago.
I remember when you guys
episodes ago.
blitzed through Act 1.
And it was like, okay, we'll be fine.
I also
And
remember that
then-
time that we killed a bunch of people in the last episode. That was a good time.
It was a good time.
Remember at
Do
the
you remember
beginning
we
of
broke
this
into that
episode?
bandit
No.
house for a joke and accidentally shot some people in the head? Oh, happy days.
Yay.
I knew Dante was not gonna make it through this, but damn, that happened a little quicker than I expected.
The thing is that you had a very good chance of surviving if you had just gotten into sub-level 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Al took.
It was the fact that you were just so brazen about it, just like, oh yeah, by the way, guys, this thing happened to me, so just to let you know. It was like, well,
Al made a strong character choice and stuck with it,
Way to go.
Yup.
and then rolled phenomenally.
yeah. I mean, my rolls tailed off towards the end of the game, but yeah, when it really counted in those moments, like clutch rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you very much, Meg, for introducing us to another system on TPK
Yeah.
Roleplay.
Yeah. This isn't technically an introduction. This is the second time around, but it was significantly more brutal.
Mm.
Yeah.
I like the brutality of it though, just the endless sort of crushing. You're unable, like, more stress, more stress.
It
Just
does
the
its
cascading
job.
stress was the worst.
It was great. I loved it. I love that mechanic. That's just like more punishing, and then like even if you succeed, the person next to you fails, and that stresses everyone out, which makes it even tougher. Just this horrible kind of grind, rather than just, I find with some systems, combat becomes just a sort of my numbers be bigger than your numbers. I can pump out numbers quicker than your numbers, kind of thing. Whereas this was like, even if it was 8 Marines against 1 alien. It was still constantly like, this could be it. Every combat could be our last one.
Mm-hmm.
And that made it just so much more intense.
Definitely like carries the vibe very well of the like Alien series.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah,
Good old hopelessness.
that is it. So if my players would like to go ahead and do their signing off, we'll start with the top left.
Hi, I'm Skelly V. I played Private First Class for the first hour, and then Private Hammer for the other 3 hours of tonight's session. Both shooty, punchy boys. I'm not really in on anything else on TPK right now. I would like to try to stick around more. I'm gonna try to get in on some stuff, but otherwise, if you want to see me, I do stream. Now I'm going to be streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, playing more Dragon Age. If you're into that whole dark fantasy, dark sci-fi, you want that feeling of hopelessness to keep going, go ahead and check that out. Or I'm on Twitter. And thank you so much for having me. This was awesome. And yeah, Al.
Hey folks, it's me, Al the Bither, playing Gunnery Sergeant Mason and your Warrant Officer Chaplain. A pair of lads that, stood by their convictions and made it in one piece somehow. Like, who knows how that happened, but we made it. Cool. You can find me anywhere at Al the Bither, Al the Bigger 69. And you can find me here on, there you go, you're welcome. You can have that. Here on Twitch, where we do all sorts of shenanigans and silly nonsense as ever. So always good fun. More than welcome to tag along. But otherwise, I don't think there's much going on with TPK at the moment, as things are happening for me over in the UK as lockdown opens up, and we'll work out the schedule, and I'll wrangle some people into some more mischief soon, hopefully. So keep an eye out, and we'll be about. But otherwise, I should say good night and hand over to Proper.
Well, hello. My name is Proper Nerdy. I'm a TPK staff member, and I make lots of pretty pictures and videos. I'm doing things, I guess. I'm just dropping the TPK schedule into the chat so I can remember what I'm in. Roundhouse Omega is my next thing, and that's starting on Monday. Oh God, it was already Monday. Wow. That's gonna be very, very exciting because it's the second season of our Roundhouse Whitebridge campaign from a month or two ago. And beyond that, check me out in Harper's Investigations. Have a lovely, lovely evening, and second to last but not least, Niffer.
Hi, it's me. I'm Niffer. You can find me everywhere at NifferNiff. I am the channel gremlin in TPK and intern, and I am in a lot of modules week with all of our official content from Wizards of the Coast for 5e. I'm in our Curse of Strahd game on Wednesdays, and on Thursdays is our Tyranny of Dragons game, and on Fridays is our Frostmaiden campaign. Furthermore, I am a Jaspers ambassador for the charity Jaspers Game Day. They're a wonderful charity who supports education and prevention of suicide, and we are finishing up all of our Jaspers Game Week big fundraising week push, and it's been really cool. Go check them out and go support them in any way you can because it's a wonderful cause.
I guess that brings it out to me.
Yes.
I am Meg Mysteria. I have been your game mother for this evening and this campaign, and it is bittersweet to see the end. But as far as what I've got coming up, oh shoot, what do I have coming up? I don't think I have anything coming up until no, actually on Sunday I am going to be playing in Neon Lights Roleplay, their Only War campaign. Do we have a command for them? Yeah. I caught myself, Phil. Only War. But do we have a link for them? Let's find out.
We will work on that.
Well, we're thinking that I totally forgot that tomorrow I'm in a game of Necrobiotic for Top Shelf. So
Oh yeah, Top Shelf.
it's
Ooh,
a
yes.
very dark but also very unique system, and it's on Kickstarter, so you can check them out and join us tomorrow for that weird and wacky game.
Absolutely. Go check out Top Shelf tomorrow, and then we will be back around on Sunday for Total Party Recap, where if you happen to miss the first part of this, they'll be doing the recap for that and everything else that happened this past week. As far as anything else that I am in, I will be picking up my personal streams again, doing Resident Evil 4 on Monday. But yeah, we've got tons of great content coming up. We've got Modules Week next week, the start of Roundhouse Omega, like Popper said, and of course the return of Bard's Refrain on Saturday. But that is it, guys.
Meg, are we rating anyone right now?
We are going to be rating somebody as soon as I get that fixed. As soon as I figure out who we're rating. But we
Ooh, Magic is playing D&D. Do you want to rate
Magic
him?
is playing D.
Yes.
We'll go raid him then.
Yeah.
Magic.
We'll just take our energy over there. But
Woot.
it has been a pleasure playing with you guys with my table. Thank you to everybody who came out and watched and stuck around for this chaos of a campaign. And that is it. This is TPK Roleplay. Signing off.
Bye.